Hey there. Welcome back to Genshin,
Yeah.
a game that, unlike Star Rail, has not been giving me issues with my graphics drivers. Speaking of graphics drivers, they have been reinstalled, so I'll be doing some small testing after the stream's over. But that's until the stream. That's a problem for then. But now it's a whole different game, a whole different day, and a whole different stream. So, hello, welcome back to Fontaine. And today's agenda starts with a character mission. Specifically this character mission. I haven't told I might enjoy it considering I like Nubila so much. But before we start the character mission, there's something I must do. Something very special I must do. But for that, I think I should find myself a more appropriate location than in the middle of the street. Now then, what would be a good location? We have the harbor, we have the Pala Memoria. That might be a good location. It's not that far away. Or maybe we could. Yeah, that's actually better. Let's go to the Opera House. That's just a perfect location. Ah, what a beautiful view. What a gorgeous view. No need to go any further. It's absolutely beautiful. The fountains, the Opera House, everything looks great. Everything looks just perfect for using my soft pity, which I somehow managed to acquire for a pull. Now, some people might call me crazy, some people might say I am outright insane or even dumb for skipping Columbina and going for a character that has already fallen off. But I am a firm believer in the school of thought that you should pull for your favorites. Especially in a game where you can overcome poor DPS with skill. I mean, this is the kind of game where if you don't have a stats for a fight, you don't have stats for a fight. You can make do with very little. And I'm not gonna lie, I really learned to like Nubilator in the quest. And I say he has earned his place in my roster, assuming, of course, that he decides to come home. After all, 82 is not a good pity. It's a soft pity. It's not even a full pity. That's like 8 pulls short of a pity. And even then, I'm on a 50-50. And unlike Star Rail, Genshin is a true 50-50. So, fingers crossed. And let's hope that the dragon comes home. The other hard part is that I actually also would like to have Varka, but Varka is like in the next patch, so there's no way I have enough pulls for both of them. So this is like soft pity and a dream right here. And all I got was weapons. Typical. Round 2. And that's Aina. So I guess she got a constellation there. 3. That's Goro. And Aino again. Next. Yeah, not really succeeding in trying to channel my luck. Yeah, this isn't doing well. So let's, okay. Time to channel my absolute bullshit Honkai Impact standard battle luck that has netted me 3 S-rank characters in 3 temples. That's insane. That's like absolutely insane. So I'm gonna try to channel that luck and hope that this is it. Well, could have been worse. This is going to pity. That's definitely going to pity. Possibly to a guarantee. Channeling luck is unsuccessful. Oh, that's a new unit. I have no idea who he is. Probably for Nokrai. And so you can see, we are in the soft pity territory. Like, really deep in the soft pity territory. I had bad luck this time. Okay. Last temple. Now the odds of me not pulling an S-rank character here are actually very slim. If I end up needing another temple, that's gonna be like really, really worse luck. No, well, not really. The actual worst luck is if I pull a standard banner character. Let's see. Yep, this is a 5-star. This is a 5-star. The other question is who it is. Who is it? And it's...
私はフォンテーヌの最高審判官。
And the judge is
私を
home.
呼ぶ際は、聖であるヌビレットを使ってくれ。
Not the microphone of it.
これはわざと君を遠ざけているわけではない。あまり関係が近すぎてしまうと、司法制度の不正を疑われかねないのでね。
A few streams ago, I moved my microphone from right here to right there, and I still
行
haven't
営
used
層から
it.
運ばれた水を味わいながら、共に話し合おう。
There he is. There's the judge in all his glory. I just need to get him a weapon. Hopefully I have something good. And that was self-pity. That was painful. Yeah, my odds of getting Varka are not very good, are they? Pretty much non-existent. But hey, you take what you can get. No, then what did I get actually? Recap. I managed to get quite a few Inos. I'm gonna have to get to actually know the constellations because Inos gameplay just changed quite a bit. It's like the game is asking me to use splints in a more optimal setup. Goro Genshin. And then Iluga is at 0, but he's there. And then there's the judge. And the question is, am I gonna build him? Yeah, yep, of course I'm gonna build him. Not gonna be easy though. Gonna be very simple. Well, let's see. What do I have to replace this basic book with? Do I even have anything decent? Prototype Amber. Winsmith. Favonius Codex. Well, that's a good fallback in case I need one. Let's see, Elemental Burst regenerates 4 energy every 2 seconds. Plus, that's a good for a support character. This one is, the character takes the field, they gain a random theme song. And attack increased by 60% or increased elemental damage or elemental mastery. So this is a bit of a gacha item. A gacha within a gacha. And then there's a Favonius, which generates particles and regenerates energy, which is like a fallback for basically anyone. Now, I have no idea what Novilla actually. Maybe I should find out. Perhaps I should find out. Though, the thing about Death Thrones is gonna give me a very good team, and it's not gonna really show very well. On what his mechanic actually is. Let's see. Talents. Okay. Light Flourishes commands the ties to unleash maximum 3 attacks of Hydro. Normal charge. This is gonna take a lot of reading. Well, I guess that's true. I need to find out how he plays in order to see what is good, but usually Favonius said is a good fallback. Though if you have any suggestions on what would be good, then among those 3 ones that I listed, then that's...
高き私は下げす騒ぐな
Okay, so definitely Rage. It feels a little...
海に私は帰ってきた
Definitely not a solo DPS.
7号式モジュール安全距離確認
神戸を垂れろ
I believe there was some word about Novelet's cycles being very fast, but I assume that's
私は下げす
Whoa! Yeah, that's definitely
静粛に
the way to go. That's like a machine gun.
討伐となるがいい
Yeah, that charge attack's like a machine gun. So definitely... Well, the charge attack itself's not gonna be a problem. See. Still a bit confused. I'll probably put on Favonius until I decide. 'Cause I do know that the basic book is basically not worthless. Uh, 360 machine gun sounds so that sounds a lot of fun. Okay, so options are 4 energy regen, 2 seconds, and regen for party. Just a 60% chance for energy regen. Or just a random boost. But that's not necessarily that good. Yeah, I think I'll just put on Favonius and decide later. Hopefully I get something better later. After all, my odds of actually pulling Novella's weapon are slim to none. And as amazing as it would be to do his character mission with him in a party, I sincerely doubt that I happen to have every single... Yep, as I figured. I don't have his bits. I don't think I've even seen this monster. Yep, I have not even seen this monster. So as lovely as it would be to have a Novilla on the team, he is not ready. He's not ready for combat. At least not yet, anyway. So I could probably try to do the sacrilegious thing of using him as a support. So we'll have to see about that. Alright, I also got viewed from there. How many pulls do I have now that I'm done? I mean, that was like 80 pulls worth of rebates. Which is a whole lot of not much. I should have Stardust. Not for one, at least. And I don't have enough there. So that's almost a temple. I have very low hopes on getting Vark Ironite. But hey, I regret nothing. No regrets. None whatsoever. Now, story time. Familiar threat remains of the past. And it's in Valley Memoria. Though perhaps I should also try to... Perhaps I should go fight the boss at some point of Light Elf. I mean, I have like 4 hours. Let's see how long this story will take out of that.
ヌビレット様、本当にこの件を直接手掛けられるおつもりですか？
ああ。
What sort of keys?
それは一体なぜですか？理屈から言えば、こういったことは警察隊に任せればいいことなのでは？ヌビレット、セドナ、何話してるんだ？旅人さん、パイモンさん、どうかヌビレット様を説得してください。ヌビレット様は一人で事件の調査に当たられるおつもりなんです。
What sort of case and is it dangerous? I mean, dangerous enough to warn a dragon.
先例がありません。最高審判官がまるで私立探偵のように事件の調査をするなんて。
Well, you know, Nubi, if you are planning on leaving the judge's seat and attempting a new job, I can introduce you to some amazing detectives.
君の人脈なら可能だろう。ただ悪いが、この件を他人に任せるつもりはない。
それで一体どんな事件なんだよ。ヌビレットが直々に調査するなんて。
キアラというメリュジーヌに脅迫状が届いたのだ。
Oh.
なるほどな。それで
これ以上はまだ何もない。今ある情報はこれが全てだ。
Paimon, I think you are kind of missing the point. This is the case of somebody threatened my daughter, and I must make them pay. At least based on the outfit mission that I did last stream, it very much seems that Nubilet and the Melusine have a very much a parent-child relationship, or something similar to that one.
なぜヌビレット様がこれほどまでに執着なさるのか、私にもさっぱりです。
As for how that relationship came to be like that, I have no idea.
先ほどスケジュール表を確認しましたが、確かに本日は裁判がありませんから、どうしてもとおっしゃるのであれば、私もこれ以上は何も申しません。
But yeah, this definitely feels like somebody threatened my daughter and I took it personally type of thing.
ああ。理解してくれて感謝する。
では、私は持ち場に戻ります。ヌビレット様が不在の間にいらっしゃった客人については、私が記録しておきましょう。セドナも、お前が自分で調査をするのには慣れてないっぽいな。この事件に何か特別なところでもあるのかよ。
まだわからない。だが、少々過去の出来事を思い出してな。私は、この裏に何か複雑な利益のもつれがあるのではないかと案じているのだ。必ずや、先んじてリスクを排除する必要がある。
Details, please?
もったいぶらないで話せって。オイラたちまだ何にも分かってないぞ。
Yeah, then we could definitely help you.
いや、何も隠そうとしているわけではない。ただ過去を思い返すのに少々考えを整理する時間が必要なのだ。端的に話そう。400年以上前、私はここフォンテーヌの最高審判官となり、一連の制度改革を始めた。当時私の周りには信頼できるものがそう多くなくてな。だがそれでも能力と品格に優れた部下が2人いた。それがメリュジーヌのカロレと特巡隊の隊長ボートラン。
ヌービレットが褒めるほどだからきっとすごいやつらだったんだろうな。
いかにも。しかし残念なことに私は2人を守ることができなかった。改革の最中、利益を損なった保守派が集い、カロレの立場を利用して政治的な騒ぎを起こしたのだ。私からより多くの権力を手放させるためにな。結果カロレは自害し、ボートランは追放された。あの件以来、私はメルジーヌに関わる事件をより慎重に扱うようにしている。
So you're concerned that you're the perpetrator's real target and they're using the medicines against you.
メリュジーヌという種族はもともと世間から隔離された村に住んでいた。かつてカロレを含む一部のメルジーヌから彼女らをフォンテーヌ邸に連れて行ってほしいと頼まれてな。民衆からすればメルジーヌは私と特殊な関係にある。彼女らの一挙一動すべてが私と関係しているように見えるのだろう。これを利用して攻めてくる者も多い。特に私に不満を抱く者はメルジーヌに関する衝突を故意に引き起こし、その矛先を私に向けようとする。人々の私に対する態度は気にしていないが、ひとたび陰謀の渦が形成されれば無関係なものまで巻き込んでしまう。経験したことがあるからこそ今回はそれを未然に防ぎたいのだ。
だとしても自分で調査する必要はないんじゃないのか。フォンテーヌには警察隊とかマレシオセファントムとか、あと特巡隊もいるだろ。これだけいれば真相を調べるのだって簡単だよな。
これは過去の経験をもとにした判断だが、私に悪意を抱く集団が存在するとき、その者たちが必ずしも同一の機関に属しているとは限らない。フォンテーヌの政治システムは複雑だ。その利益は様々な部門にまで及ぶゆえ、警察側も真相をすぐに突き止めるのが難しい。つまりよそ人である私が調査をした方がより多くのトラブルを回避できるというわけだ。
よそ人？それは違うんじゃないか。ヌビレットはフォンテーヌの最高審判官だろ。全然よそのやつなんかじゃないと思うけど。
ああ、そのような困惑が生まれるのも仕方ないだろう。だが自己意識と責務の間に必然的な関係はない。君たちは私の正体を知っていて、他の国でも私の同類にあったことがある。
The Hydro Dragon Sovereign.
私は人の形態で誕生したが、人間とは本質的な違いがある。審判官という職位への誘いを受けたとは言っても、この社会に溶け込んだわけではない。事実、この身分はかえって人々との交流を制限してしまっている。私はここで暮らしているが、ここに属してはいない。それが自身をよそ人と称する理由だ。
Well, if you put it that way, then aren't we also outsiders?
だな。オイラたちもお前の言った組織とは無関係だし、一緒に調査してやろうか。
Yeah, you could use a few more hands on deck.
3人で手を組んで闇に潜む悪い奴らを捕まえようぜ。
You tell them.
ふむ、それも悪くない。私は自ら調査をすることがめったにないゆえ、君たちのようなプロフェッショナルがいればより順調にことを運べるだろう。
そう言われるとなんだか照れちゃうな。オイラたちに任せてくれ。
では行こう。まずは脅迫状を送られたメルジーヌのキアラに会い、詳細を把握する。
トは自分がフォンテーヌの社会に溶け込んでないって言ってたけど、本当にそうか？なんかあいつの物事に対する理解ってちょっとずれてるような。
And like that, we are starting an investigation on the case of threatening
さっき
an
自分の
extortion.
ことをよそ人だって言ったけど、お前の正体からしたらよそ流の方が正しいんじゃないか？
Well, Paimon,
知的に感謝する。今後非公開な場ではより正確なそちらを使わせてもらおう。まずは先ほどの訂正をさせてくれ。私はよそ流として
Paimon, stop bullying the guy! Stop bullying the guy, and besides, a Chinese dragon is actually a type of fish. Like, seriously, we think in the West of a dragon as a type of a serpent or a lizard. But, do you know how a Chinese dragon is born? According to the mythology. Let's just say it involves a fish. Now, where was it supposed to go? Outside, and the door is over there. So yeah, fish out of water as a saying is perfectly adequate for a novelette who is more of an Asian type of dragon than a Western type of dragon. He's more of an Eastern than a Western dragon. Like, this guy is a Western dragon, definitely. Claws, wings, the whole lot. He's also very cute. Well, from my understanding, Nuvi is more of an Easter dragon. So it's more like a serpent or, well, a fish. Essentially. But another thing that I did start to wonder at one point was that it's actually something Durian says in his voice lines. Which is, I'm actually not sure which voice line it is, but there is a voice line where Durian says that the dragons essentially greet each other by bumping their horns against each other. For Durian, it makes sense. He has those horns very typical for a Western dragon. But if we look at Nuvi, he doesn't have any obvious horns. Unless we count these things. But if you count these things as horns, then how does he greet other dragon? Does he nuzzle like a cat? I wouldn't be surprised if somebody made fanfics about that, though it would not be... If there was fan art about it, it probably would not involve any other dragons. It would probably involve a certain duke. At least from my understanding of Genshin shipping dynamics. And shipping scene in general. Now where should I go? Oh, that's not far. I'll just walk. Just enjoy the scenery, take weirdest route possible. Just remind you whose stream you are watching. Not somebody who is actually planning their routes and taking the correct route to watch the scenery, but to a cat who considered scaling a wall a perfectly adequate way to travel. From one spot to another. Now there's the closest teleporter, and there's a friend.
Kiara.
あれ、ヌビレット様。それに君たち。
I'm your new friend.
思い出した。旅人とパイモンだよね。知ってるよ。可愛いやつだな。 会えて嬉しいぜ。
Of course she's cute. All Melusines are adorable.
褒めてくれてありがとう。私に何か用？
君に脅迫状が届いたとセドナから聞いてな。
脅迫状。ああ、うん、確かにそんなことがあったよ。朝ドアを開けたら隙間から落ちてきたの。私を捕まえるって書いてあったから、てっきりかくれんぼがしたいのかなって思ったんだけど、でもセドナお姉ちゃんが言うにはこれは脅迫状でとっても危ないんだって。私はそんなことないと思うんだけど、だってみんな普段から私を気遣ってくれるし。
ここ最近怪しいものを見かけなかったか？
怪しいもの？怪しいものってどんな人？
Like somebody who follows you from behind.
は？
Oh, there has been somebody like that?
心当たりがあるのか？そんな人いないよ。
Oh, none at all.
では脅迫状はまだ持っているか？何が書いてあるか見せてほしい。
ちょっと待ってね。
Okay, what does the letter say?
マレショーセファントムから出ていけ。さもなければお前を捕まえてやる。後悔してからじゃ遅いからな。
Okay, that's just mean.
シンプルな脅迫状だ。
Oh, somebody is
筆跡から
definitely
も内容
observing
から
us.
も相手の意図が見えてこない。
Are they concealing their identity on purpose?
その可能性は否めない。怪しいものに思い当たる節がないのであれば、私はパレメルモニアへ戻って事件の公文書を洗ってみよう。キアラ、君も一緒に来るといい。我々のそばにいた方が安全だ。
あ、そうだ。私まだ調べることが残ってた。この後エローフェお姉ちゃんのところで調査するって約束してたんだ。
だが君は今目をつけられている。一人で行動するのは危険だ。
そんな時こそオイラたちの出番だぜ。オイラたちがキアラに付き添って身の安全を守ってやる。そしたらキアラを傷つけられるやつなんていないぜ。ありがとう、旅人のお姉ちゃん。それにパイモお姉ちゃん。
Okay, well, she called you a big sister.
いいへん、パイモお姉ちゃんはすっごく強いからな。安心しろ。
Aw. You're feeling a little flustered.
いいだろう。しばし別行動と行こう。キアラのことを頼む。
まずはキアラをエローフェのところまで送ってくるぜ。ヌビレット、また後でな。ところでキアラはいくつなんだ？1、2、10。私にもわかんない。でも私をフォンテーヌ邸に連れてきたのがカロレお姉ちゃんとヌビレット様だったっていうのは覚えてるよ。
Also, is that
だから
one to them?
結構昔のことだと思う。
Isn't that like 500 years
確
ago?
かヌビレットがカロレについて話してたよな。ってことはそれってもう400年以上も前のことなのか？なんでオイラのことをお姉ちゃんって呼ぶんだよ。私記憶力が悪いから自分の感覚で人のことを呼んでもいいってカロレお姉ちゃんに言われたんだ。タイモお姉ちゃんは私より大人っぽいからお姉ちゃん。そうだったのか。
Aw.
なあ旅人、
But still.
何か聞こえないか？
Yeah, I heard a camera shutter. Somebody's taking sneaky pictures.
おかしいな。今誰かにつけられてたような。
Hmm.
エローフェお姉ちゃん。キアラ、待ってましたよ。あら、あなた方は。
Yep, it's me, your resident hero.
旅人のお姉ちゃんにパイモお姉ちゃんだよ。 ええ、存じ上げています。どうしてここへ？
Well, just their bodyguards.
何かトラブルにでも巻き込まれたんですの？オイラたちがいるからトラブルってほどのことでもないぜ。約束通り、まずは店を調べるね。いい？ええ、お願いします。うん、危険なし。検査はクリア。どうやら先月のあの事件の犯人はここに来てないみたい。え、もう終わったのかよ。何を調べたんだ？
Medicines really do see the world differently from us. I mean, that was just a glance.
ざっと全体を見ただけ。ヌビレット様が言ってたけど、私たちメルジーヌは特別な目を持ってて、例えば結婚とかね、どんな方法で洗い流しても一定の時間内なら私たちにはその跡が見えるの。不思議でしょ？
Oh, well, that's impressive. Seriously, who needs luminol when you have a melusine?
さて、調査も終わったところで少し雑談に付き合っていただきたいのですけれど、来月新しい子供服を発売する予定なのですが、モデルになっていただけませんか？いいよ。何をすればいいの？ちょっと待ってくださいね。サイズを測ってあげますから。きちんと体に合ったものでなくては。二人とも仲がいいんだな。
Yeah, it definitely does look like they get along very well.
どこを見てるんだ？
Well, I think we are being followed and that somebody is over there taking sneaky pictures.
まさか、やっぱりオイラたちをつけてるやつがいるのか？こっそり見に行ってみようぜ。
Alright, who's... You! You! Of course it's you! Oh, hi there, if it is my favorite reporter.
おかしいわね。まだ戻ってこないなんて。捕まえた。
Busted.
おい、シャルロット、なんでこんなとこにいるんだ？待てよ。まさかティアラに脅迫状を送ったのはお前なのか？
Yeah, I doubt that.
そんなことするやつじゃないはずだけど。
I think she just got curious watching New Village just walking around town like it's normal. Considering how rare it is for him to leave the opera house.
脅迫状？何それ？
So what exactly are you doing here? Are you just waiting for us to regroup with Nuvi?
なんだか問い詰められてる感じね。言っとくけど、君たちの言う脅迫状とは無関係よ。私はただヌビレット様に取材がしたくてつけてただけ。
Knew it.
ヌビレットに取材？そう。私に限らず記者ならみんなしたいと思ってるでしょうけど、ヌビレット様の取材は容易なことじゃないわ。パレメルモニアはめったに面会の予約を記者には取らせてくれないの。歌劇場にしたって審判期間中は私が話に割り込む隙なんてない。でも今日は珍しくヌビレット様に街でお会いした上、君たちも何か調査してると来た。これはスクープをものにする絶好のチャンスよ。
Well, you really are a reporter. You smell the story whenever you see one.
もちろん出来上がった原稿は必ずヌビレット様に審査してもらうつもりよ。
You can smell the
私
story
に
from
も
a
主
mile
義
away.
ってものがあるからね。当事者が嫌がってることを報道したりしないわ。
You know, I don't really think he'd agree.
そうだな。オイラたちは隠密調査をしてるところだから、あんまり目立つのはダメだ。そうだったのね。君たちがそう言うなら取材はひとまず諦めるわ。せっかくのチャンスだったのに。でもその代わり脅迫状って何のことなのか教えてくれない？ 誰にも言わないから。
You're a reporter. Telling people is literally your job.
わかった。
But if you have any information...
かわいいメリュジーヌちゃんに手を出そうなんて。
Yes, exactly. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Horrible, isn't it? Absolutely terrible. Who would do that? What kind of a monster would threaten a little magazine?
しー、声が大きいぞ。実は先月キアラに関する特集を出したばかりなのよ。それもかなり反響が良かったわ。近々第2弾を出そうと思ってたところなのに、まさか彼女が誰かに狙われてるなんて。何か手がかりがないか、私も記者友達に聞いてみるわ。安心して、君たちのことがバレないよう工夫しとくから。
Well, you're probably better at undercover investigation than my little fairy. So I guess I could use all the help I can get.
まあ、たとえ私が内密にしてあげても、これから多くの人がこれを知ることになるでしょうね。なんでそうなるんだ？ヌビレット様の一挙一動は常に注目を浴びてるの。彼の異常に気づく人も多いと思うわ。それにこの件はメルジーヌとも関係がある。とりあえず私は行くわね。君たち安全には気をつけて。うっかりシャルロットと長話しちゃったな。早くキアラのとこに戻ろうぜ。
Yeah, now how does that outfit fitting going?
いかが？今のデザインが悪くなかったでしょ？すごくいいと思う。
確かにとても綺麗だった。
クロリンデ、どうしてお前が？しかも自然な感じで話に入ってるし。
Well, I mean, we were behind the corner for quite a while.
パレメルモニアを通りかかった時、ヌビレット様があなたたちと協力して調査を行っていると聞いた。ヌビレット様と私は雇用者と非雇用者の関係にある。こんな些細な調査で彼の手を煩わせるというのは少々慣れなくてな。ちょうど時間があったので見に来てみた。それに普段からよくこの店で服をオーダーするから話題は尽きないんだ。
そうだったのか。頼りになるぜ。
ここは私に任せるといい。あなたたちはヌビレット様と合流してくれ。
おう。じゃあキアラを守る役目はお前に任せるぜ。
Yep, let's leave the guy to Chlorine, but Chlorine, if you do get some of your clothes custom made, I would suggest considering a shirt. That button of yours is doing a lot of extra duty. You know which one I'm talking about. I'm not gonna say anymore. Let's return to Palamermonia. Wonder if Newey has any information about the investigation. All we found was a nosy reporter. Well, I guess it's a good thing. Nobody was actually following us with malicious intent. It was just Carol. And she's basically harmless. The worst she can do is spread the information, put it in the paper.
ああ、戻ってきたのだな。キアラは無事か？
Oh yeah, she's with a very reliable bodyguard.
オイラたちクロリンデに会ったんだ。キアラの護衛はあいつがやることになったぜ。
なら安心だ。彼女の実力は信頼に値する。キアラの方はもう問題ないだろう。
同感だぜ。ところでヌビレット、何か手がかりは見つかったか？
Yeah, did you find anything? Anything at all?
今審判記録を読んでいたところだ。中にはキアラが提出した調査報告や私がここ数十年で審判してきた重大事件が含まれている。2つの方面から準備がしたい。一つはキアラに脅迫状を送ったものを見つけ その背後にあるグループを根こそぎにすること。もう一つは重大事件における利益関係を分析し、私に不満を抱いている未知の組織を見つけ出すことだ。
結構信頼できそうな方法だとは思うけど、こんなにたくさんの資料、お前一人で読み切れるのか？
心配は不要だ。公文書を読むのは早い方でな。何百年も読んできたゆえ。
そっか。
Oh,
ど
yeah,
う
that's
せ暇
true.
だし、オイラたちも読むのを手伝うぜ。
感謝する。私はまずデスクに積んであるものから目を通そう。君たちは部屋にあるものを自由に読むといい。
Everything. You actually mean we can just go through everything. Alright, then in that case, let's start with the bribery case. There has been a severe bribery scandal within the guards. The Special Security and Surveillance Patrol has investigated the case. All suspects involved have been arrested. The suspects have confessed to the crimes. Now, about Spina di Rossola. Kellos, the boss of Spina di Rossola, was defeated in a duel and died of serious injuries. The defense of his honor has now come to a close. The defendant did not raise any objection throughout the trial. Udex Nuvile reserved judgment in this case. Its details are still under investigation. So I take it this has not been updated yet. At this point in time. Now, about the Representative Council's proposal. The Representative Council has filed a request to collaborate within the Marechas Phantom on certain public events. Based on research, they believe the melodies can enhance the popularity of these events. Well, melodies are adorable, so I wouldn't be surprised if they were. The Marechas Phantom has yet to respond, however, it has not prohibited the Melazines from participating in such activities. Now about Rio Thesli. The defendant Rio Thesli has confessed to his crimes and was declared guilty. Rio Thesli will be exiled to the fortress of Meropide, where he will be serving his sentence, and he never left, as we know. During the trial, Nuvile remained silent for a long time. Now, smuggling case. The smuggling case was solved by the joint force of guards and Marechas Phantom. The principal offenders have received judgment based on the severity of their crimes. Please refer to the appendix of the list of names.
What? 何か進展はあったか？
ちょっと資料を読んでみたけど、役に立つ情報はなかったぞ。ここの公文書多すぎるぜ。お前、一体どれだけの事件を処理してきたんだよ。
Well, it's been like 400 or 500 years. So, paperwork and documentation has accumulated.
その疑問に答えたいのは山々だが、私も正確に統計したことはない。記憶にある限り、10万件は超えているはずだ。ここにある者たちは氷山の一角に過ぎない。
Yeah, that's only a few.
そんなにあるなんて、最高審判官の仕事も楽じゃないんだな。
100,000 cases, that's a lot.
外部の者から見ればそうかもしれないが、審判と公務の処理は私にとって一種の日常となっている。公文書は量が多い。疲れたのであれば少し休むといい。
おいらもちょうどそうしようと思ってたところだぜ。
Now, based on quick calculations, if he served 1,200 years, then that's like 200 cases a year, something like that. That's a lot. But it's technically, at the same time, not a lot. if you think about it. The people of Fontaine must really be following the law pretty well.
なんか話した方が良くないか？みんな黙り込んだままなのはちょっと気まずいっていうか。
ふむ。私の考えが足りていなかったか。パレメルモニアで仕事以外のことをする者はめったにいなくてな。何をすればいいのか私にも見当がつかない。こうしよう。喉が渇いているだろう。飲み物を用意してくる。
やったぜ！あ
Oh,
りが
that's
と
so nice of you.
うな。ノビレットは普段どんなものを飲むんだろうな。高級なワインとかか？
Or maybe he's a tea drinker like Bria Tesley. Who knows?
なんかディルクの旦那みたいにあいつも家にワイナリーを持ってそうなイメージだぜ。
You know, I don't really get that kind of image of him. But I can see him enjoying a glass of fancy wine. But it doesn't really strike me as somebody who owns an entire winery. Oh.
ノビレット、それって何の飲み物なんだ？まるで水みたいだぜ。
察しがいいな。確かに水だ。
I see, it is just water. Also makes sense.
なんで本当に水なんだよ。
逆に何だと思ったのだ。
なんていうか、最高審判官なわけだし、普段から高級なものを飲んでるのかと思ったぜ。
Now, what's wrong with a glass of water? I mean, it's cool, it's refreshing. Takes care of your thirst. Doesn't harm your teeth. What's not to like?
この水は確かに特別なものだ。高級と称しても過言ではない。
Besides, Paimon, do you have any idea how much people pay for bottled water? That is insane. Some of that water is like really fancy. It's like we have spring water, we have glacial water, we have so many different kinds of bottled water. It is seriously insane how posh of a product simple water can be. Personally, I'm just the normal kind of plebeian who drinks from a tap. Unless I'm on the go and really need to buy a bottle.
What?
In which case, I just take the cheapest one I can find because it's water, and I'm not fancy enough to. I'm not fancy enough to spend a lot of money on a bottle of water.
君たちもフォンタという飲み物を飲んだことがあるだろう。実はフォンテーヌには飲料工場が数多くあり、中には浄水のみを売っているメーカーもある。それら飲料水はテイワット各地から届けられたものだ。例えばモンドのシードル湖、リーウェのケイサクソウ、稲妻のコンダ村。
Yeah, that Paimon water is serious business.
これは最近発売された新商品で、スメールのアパームソーリンから仕入れられている。
So, care to explain to us, plebeians, what's the difference?
口当たりを表せば、シードル湖の水は温かみ、ケイサクソウの水は叙情的、コンダ村の水は穏やかな感じがある。
That's a very specific guy. Novelty is quite a water connoisseur.
各地域の水には明確な違いがあってな。少し味わえばその中の深みを感じられるだろう。
But then again, he is a water dragon, so I suppose it makes sense for him to be a water connoisseur. I bet he's the kind of person who would definitely appreciate the difference between Avion and Fiji.
本当か？どれどれ？
どうだ？
全然わからないぞ。これってただの水じゃないのか？
Yeah, I think that will probably be able to just try a glass of water and tell you exactly which spring it came from. I don't just mean which brand it's from, I mean which individual spring it came from.
ふむ。それは残念だな。
Now this came from
君の
the
センスにはまだ改
brand
善の余地がある
X
ようだ。
Spring 123 collected on March 25th of year XYZ at 5 o'clock at noon. That's kind of specific.
センスがどうとかの問題じゃないだろう。普通のやつには絶対わからないぞ。逆になんでお前はわかるんだよ。もしかしてお前が水流だからか？
Oh, can explain a lot.
ここには他の人もいないし、この話をしてもいいよな。実はおいらずーっと気になってたんだ。お前は水流なのになんで人間社会で最高審判官なんかやっているんだ？
Good question. What's the story?
そのなんとなく聞いただけだから、嫌だったら答えなくていいぞ。
別に隠すことではない。ただ考えを整理しているだけだ。心にある疑問の答えを探すため、私はこれを理由にこの職位についている。
疑問？何かわからないことがあるのか？
数多くある。最大の疑問は私自身の存在についてだ。
Your existence, like, why do you have a human form or something like that?
簡単に言うと、私は自分がなぜこのような形態で生まれたのか、そしてこの長き命がどこへ行き着くのか、それすら分かっていない。遥か長い間、私には完全な記憶というものがなかった。例えば原始大会だが、私はかつてそれが自身と関係していることしか覚えておらず、その関係が何なのかさえ分からなかった。
Well, that's a very old story. Is there even anyone around who can answer that question? I mean, is there the better... Actually, let me rephrase that. Is there anyone alive who can answer that question?
他の元素の竜王ならば何か知っているかもしれないが、彼らは各国に散っている。軽率に訪問すれば予期せぬリスクを生む可能性があるだろう。
Well, I am on pretty good terms with Dvalin at this point in the story. I could ask.
確かに中には個性的なやつもいるしな。
I mean, Dvalin does kind of owe me for that surgery I performed.
だから私はこれらの疑問を抱えて生活を送るしかなかったのだ。その中で気づいたことがある。私は容易に人間の感情に共鳴できるのだと。たとえその感情の意味がわからなくてもな。だから私と人間には必ずや何かしらの共通性があると推測している。彼らを観察すればいつか自分の存在意義がわかる日が来るかもしれない。
I see.
それで今まで何か進展はあったのか？
Yeah, has your ability to feel empathy taken you anywhere?
いくつかあるかもしれないが、それを説明するのは難しくてな。私はよそ人であるゆえ、他者と深く交流する機会がめったにないのだ。だから君たちには感謝している。このような雑談は私にとって貴重なもの。押村区は時間に限りがあるということか。さあ、そろそろ次の調査に移ろう。
まだ公文書を読むのか？ きたぞ。
Just a few more, Paimon. It's fine.
公文書にはもうほとんど目を通したが、これといった手がかりは見つからなかった。ただ先ほど水の話をした時、別のアプローチを思いついてな。
水？あ、もしかして。
The father of the sea?
いかにもルキナの泉はフォンテーヌの全ての水が交わる場所だ。そこには数多くの記憶と感情が沈殿している。もしメリュジーヌを利用して私を狙おうとする組織がいるのなら、その組織のメンバーは必ずや私に強烈な恨みを持っているはずだ。つまり水元素力の感知を使えばルキナの泉から手がかりを見つけられるかもしれない。
その手があったか。今すぐ行ってみようぜ。
それに今はちょうど夕刻。ルキナの泉にはあまり人がいないはずだ。急いで。
Right, so let's go to the fountain and see if we can find out something from the water itself. Last time the water did give us a clue. When we resonated with the water so much, we talked to a ghost. Well, not exactly a ghost, but the spirit of an oceanid. But wonder what will we see this time. And the questions, which one will be reading the water?
邪魔しないでおこう。
Everybody
ど
leaving
う
us
やら運
alone.
のいいことに今日は人が少ないようだ。
それで何をすればいいんだ？旅人、泉の中から声は聞こえるか？
Well, not really. Should I take a gulp of primordial seawater?
私がルキナの泉の記憶を調べよう。君たちは安全な位置まで下がっていてくれ。
Okay, I
安全な
will.
位置って、ヌビレット、何をする気？うわ！仕方ぞ！無駄これ！
Doesn't look like primordial seawater was necessary. Okay, what happened? Everything looks a little different from how they are normally. I should continue forward and take a look around. Yep, definitely looks like the primordial seawater was not necessary. Nuvillet did something with his cane, the water responded, and suddenly I am, seeing things once again. And last time I checked, travel was not on any medication that can cause audiovisual hallucinations, so I'm assuming this is seeing some memories of the water. Carol?
私をここへ連れてきてくださり、ありがとうございます、ヌビレット様。フォンテーヌ邸は本当に賑やかですね。見たことのないものや聞いたこともないものがいっぱい。
気持ちの高まりはわかるが、礼なら必要ない。君たちの願いに応えたのは確かだ。しかしそれはシリあってのこと。メルジーヌの特殊な資格はマレショーセ・ファントムにとても適しており、今後のフォンテーヌの捜査機関にとって重要な力になりうる。
Now, I don't know how clearly you can tell over there, but the voice actor behind Nouvellette is actually doing a very good job right now. Like, compared to this Nouvellette from 400 or 500 years ago, who barely just recently became human and is still trying to understand what are these creatures, what am I, why am I here, to the current Nouvellette. And specifically the way he talks. This old Nubilet's speech pattern is a lot more monotonous and, I should say, very flat. Like, he hasn't exactly learned how to express emotions yet. Whereas the current Nubilet speaks a lot more fluently. There's more intonation, and the voice is less monotonous. So while he does not yet quite understand exactly what humans are all about, or every single one of their emotions, he has actually kind of learned to express them through speech. He's not as clumsy in talking. Like, he doesn't sound like a robot anymore. Now, I'm not sure if you can actually hear it, but to me it's pretty clear that the way the voice actor is projecting the role here versus the other parts of Fontaine, outside the memories, is quite different.
わかっています。ですが、皆さんの役に立てることが私もとても嬉しいんです。ヌビレット様へ恩返しができるだけでなく、生活も満ち足りたような気がして。
充足とは危険を伴うものだ。
最も安全な選択は村にいること。ですが私はそれでも外へ行ってみたいのです。実は私は自分がなぜ生まれてきたのか、自分に何ができるのか分からずにいました。村でおよそ20年ほど暮らしましたが、答えは見つかりませんでした。だから私たちは村を離れて存在意義を見つけようと考えたのです。
私には君の心に迷いがあるように感じる。どうやら我々は同じ疑問を抱いているようだ。私も自分という存在について疑問を持っている。
本当ですか？ではどうすればヌビレット様のようにここに溶け込めるのでしょう？実は今日も数多くの人々が村に帰れと言いながら私たちに石を投げてきました。特に頭にぶつかると本当に痛くて、泣かないように必死に我慢したんです。
If only I could travel back in time and give those guys their a little spanking for that one.
一般的に考えて、異なる種族が共に暮らそうとする場合、時間と努力が必要不可欠になる。これはとても険しい道のりだ。異なる身分、異なる考え方、そのどれもが大きな隔たりを生む。それを取り除くのは決して容易ではない。私も君たちと同様、この社会には溶け込めていないゆえ、教えられるほどの経験は持ち合わせていない。たとえ高い地位に座していても、あくまでよそ人に過ぎないのだ。
そうだったのですね。では共に頑張りましょう。いつか必ず私たちの存在意義を見つけられるはずです。
ああ、君ならできると信じている。だが今は目先の困難にも目を向けなくてはならない。何か困ったことがあれば特巡隊の隊長ボートランに連絡するといい。
それって私が今日。
そうだが、何か問題でも。
あの牧年人さん、話しかけても無視するんですよ。もう公務に私情を挟まないって感じで。
彼は誠実なものだ。今後は協力する機会も増えるだろう。好意にするといい。
I wonder if I'm about to experience the full story. That's gonna be painful, considering I already know how their story ends. In tragedy, that's how.
Konnichiwa. 何か手伝えることはありますか？
必要ない。ありがとう。
Hey, no need to be rude.
こんにちは。メルジーヌのカロレです。何か手伝えることはありますか？
どいて。さもないと警察隊を呼ぶわよ。
落ち着いてください。決して悪気は。
どうかしら。
あんたの言う通りだ。化け物からは離れた方がいい。こいつらが来てから変な事件がますます増えてる。
こんな出どころ不明な種族信用できないわ。こんな奴らをフォンテーヌ邸に住まわせるなんて、ヌービレットは何を考えてるの？
それだけじゃないぞ。あの最高審判官はこいつらに官職を授けて、そればかりか事件の調査までさせているって言うじゃないか。きっと俺たちには想像もできないような利益が関わってるんだろう。
Oh, you're just jealous that they are capable and adorable. Seriously, what's wrong with these people?
さっさと失せな。わざとらしくここでパフォーマンスするんじゃないよ。
嫌です。ヌビレット様の悪口は許しません。私たちはマレシオセファントムに加わってから数多くの事件を解決してきました。悪いことはしてません。
事件の解決？そりゃヌビレットはあんたらとグルなんだから、手柄なんていくらでも偽造できるだろうさ。近頃起きてる数多くの事件や騒ぎ、その全てがあんたらメルジーヌと完全に無関係だって保証できる？
私は
口下手ならば宣伝はするなと前にそう言ったはずだが。
ボートラン？
君たち根も葉もないことは言わない方がいい。これ以上マレショーセファントムのメンバーを侮辱するなら、特巡隊は君たちを連行して取り調べをする。近頃は陰で何らかの動きがあるためか事件が少なくない。皆の心配する気持ちはわかるが、メルジーヌ一族がそれに関係しているという証拠はまだないのだ。
特巡隊の隊長がメリュジーヌの肩を持つなんてね。どうやらヌビレットがいじくった保安組織はもう完全に腐りきってるらしい。
全く違う種族と生活するなんてできるわけないでしょ。
聞こえていたのか？
はい、聞こえていました。どうして人々は私たちを信じてくれないのでしょう。
一部では君たちが災いから誕生し生まれつき危険があると噂されている。君たちに関するネガティブな噂は数えきれないほどある。フォンテーヌ人が君たちを受け入れることは不可能だろう。早く諦めることだ。
ヌビレット様がおっしゃっていました。私たちには時間と努力が必要だって。私にもどれだけの時間が必要なのかは分かりません。ですができるだけのことはしてみるつもりです。だからもう少し頑張ってみます。助けてくれてありがとうございました。では私はこれで。昨晩チラシをたくさん書いたので皆さんに配らないと。
俺にもくれ。
まさか募集するつもりですか？
一緒に配れば早いだろう。さっさと終わらせて帰るといい。
People back then were really cruel. I mean, what happened to cute privilege? I mean, the entire species is adorable. What's wrong with these people?
ヌビレット様、これは何ですか？
平和勲章。君とボートランに贈られるものだ。この5年間、君たちのたゆまぬ努力により小さな一歩ではあるが、メルジーヌは人間から信頼を得られた。
俺は遠慮しておく。
そんなこと言わないでください。これも一緒に頑張ってきた結果なんですから。
Yeah, they all worked very hard.
メルジーヌと人間が仲良く暮らす日はもう目の前です。
Well, it might take a few
考えただ
generations,
けで嬉しいですね。
but it's not impossible.
いや、俺たちが得たのはほんの少しの進展に過ぎない。君の想像する光景が来る日はまだまだ遠いだろう。
Like 5 years is a very short time, but 50? That's a whole different ball game. I'd say maybe 3 generations should be sufficient. Like, the first generation is going to be very suspicious. The second generation is going to inherit the suspicions of their parents. The third generation is going to find Melusine normal. So, around third generation is probably around the time when Melusine's, in theory, might be able to integrate themselves into society by just basically living. But it's not going to be an easy battle. It's going to be a hard one battle. The first few human generations are going to be tough. But the third generation should ease up a little bit. At least that's similar to how it is in human societies over here.
本当に僕年人なんだから。こんな時に気がそがれるようなこと言わないでよ。
You're basically suspicious of people who you did not grow around, but if you grew around people from different backgrounds, those backgrounds are just gonna be normal. But considering this is like the very beginning, and we know how these two ended up, it was a rough start. It was a very rough start.
ボートランの言うことにも一理ある。現在、人間が持つメルジーネへの信頼はとても脆いものだ。いつでも瓦解する可能性がある。二人とも、しばらく身の安全に気をつけてくれ。
はい、わかりました。
But of course, in order to even have that third generation that considers Melusine normal, they must first survive until the third generation comes around. And with all the abuse they're getting from all directions, I wouldn't have been surprised if Melusine had decided that, yeah, this ain't worth it, let's just pack our bags and go back to the village.
平和勲章本当に平和になったら俺たちはどうなるってんだ。
本当にやるの？武力に関しちゃ束になったってヌビレットの相手にはならない。万が一。
大丈夫さ。奴が最高審判官である以上、直々に俺たちと対面することはない。政治には政治のルールがあって、奴もそれを守らなきゃならない。さもなきゃフォンテーヌの社会と敵対することになるんだからな。ビクビクしないで一丁でかいのをかましてやろう。殺人事件はすでに用意してやる。メルジーヌに濡れ衣を着せれば、メルジーヌをフォンテーヌ邸に連れてきたやつだって責任逃れできないだろう。
Can somebody invent a time machine so I can go back in time and give this guy a punch in that perfectly sculpted and very punchable face?
やるしかないか。ああ、これも全部奴が請求に組織を改変しようとするからよ。私たちの権力がますます減ってきてる。
Like
奴には
seriously,
目に物見せてやらないと。
staging a Melusine for a crime? That's no, that's a crime deserving of punishment. I really hope he got his just desserts.
犯人を突き出せ！
メルジーヌなんて信用できない。ヌビレットもだよ。
It's a very rough start.
競争
Rough
なん
is
てど
actually
ない無理
an
だったんだ。
understatement.
ここから出ていけ。二度と来るな。
調査結果が出ました。ボートラン隊長。
いえ、
直接的な証拠はありませんが、革新によって利益を損なった旧勢力が裏で主導していると推測します。彼らはカロレさんを騙して事件現場へと連れて行き、彼女に容疑を背負わせました。その後、ヌビレット様に過ちを認めさせ、権力を失わせるためにパニックを引き起こしたのです。民衆の怒りは静まらず、警察隊が足止めを食らってしまったために迅速な介入ができませんでした。カロレさんは自らの命を犠牲に事態を収めることを選んだようです。
あいつ俺を僕年人などと言っておきながらこんな事件 少し調べればはっきりさせられる。真相を民に伝えればよかっただろう。なぜこんな方法で無実を証明しようとした？
当時感情的になった多くの民が警察隊と衝突し、危険な状況にありました。おそらくカロレさんはそうする他にいい方法がないと判断したのでしょう。
ああ、あいつはそういうやつだ。
ボートラン隊長、調査結果を直ちにヌビレット様に届けますか？
Yes.
いや、全ての情報を遮断するよう警察隊に通知しろ。
情報の遮断？
Wait, what are you doing?
ずっとあいつには言ってなかったが、俺にはイロリアという幼くして死んだ妹がいた。イロリアはカロレとよく似ていた。ナイーブで優しく、この世の悪を知らない。そのようなものは欺瞞や裏切りに対抗する能力を持たないんだ。だからあいつに会った時、俺はカロレが他人に利用されやすい存在だということに気づいた。だからこそわざとしかめ面で説教をして手を引くよう仕向けたんだが、
どうやら失敗に終わってしまったようですね。
ああ、それどころか俺の方が彼女に影響されて、その儚い夢に向かって頑張るようになっていた。もっと早く気づくべきだったんだ。ヌビレット様や俺に手を出す勇気のない奴らはいずれカロレに目をつける。俺の気持ちがわかるか？今俺の頭の中にあることはただ一つ。
Whoa.
血は血であがなってもらう、それだけだ。
Whoa. Yeah. Whoa. This is not gonna end well.
お気持ちはわかります。ですがヌビレット様はきっとそのやり方に賛成しないでしょう。
だから情報を遮断するんだ。容疑者のリストを俺に渡せ。その後のことは君たちとは関係ない。生まれる罪は俺一人が背負う。
I don't even know what to say. This was definitely... This was a mess. Guess the only solace in the situation is that the people behind all of this tragedy did not get away with it. But whenever you have to resort to vigilantism, so to say, that is the moment when law has failed. Well, that's the moment when justice has failed.
今日は超特大事件だぜ。犯人は特巡隊隊長ボートラン。聞けばリンチで友達の仇を取ったとか、カロレに濡れ衣を着せた奴らを。どうしたんだ、押し黙っちまって。
なんとしてもボートランを助けないと。
助ける？なんでだ？
声が大きい。まだわからないのか？ボートランとカロレはヌビレットのお気に入りの部下なんだぞ。カロレがあんなことになった今、ヌビレットはボートランまで失いたくないはずだ。旧勢力が根こそぎにされた今、ヌビレットの地位は固い。俺たちで世論を何とかすればヌビレットはボートランを助けられるだろう。その暁には俺たちにも利益が。
Something tells me that's not what's gonna happen.
ボートランさんは正当な理由のもと友のために仇を撃った。これは正義だ。みんなに聞きたい。もし自分が同じような経験をしたとしたら、ボートランさんと同じ考えを持つんじゃないか。
そうだそうだ、賛成だ。
事の始まりは卑劣な奴らがカロレを陥れたことによるもの。その仇を撃ったボートランさんに罪などあるはずがない。
ヌビレット様、
ボートランさんは無罪だ。無罪、無罪。
静粛に。
But what will the court decide?
その見解は認めよう、ボートラン。君の復讐には正義があった。君の選択は理解できるものだ。だからこそ、これから行う審判について、憂いと心痛を感じずにはいられない。残念ながら、個人の正義が法律の正義と等しいとは限らない。復讐のため、君は職権を乱用し、死刑を下した。その行為は法に反するものだ。
I can only imagine how much must have rained on this day.
故に、私は君を有罪とする。
なんだって。そんな、ヌビレット様、もう少しお考えください。ボートランさんは今までにも数えきれないほどの手柄を立ててきたじゃないですか。
ボートラン、何か言うことは？
ヌビレット、
一体何が気に食わない？お前から受けた命令は全てこなした。ここにいる全員が俺を無罪だと主張している。なぜ見逃してくれない？これがお前の考える公平だとでも言うのか？答えろ、ヌビレット！
聖主君、これ以上の弁解がないのであれば、被告人ボートランへの告発、その最終決定を有識に委ねよう。
And since the first time ever that Ortrees and Nuvilet disagreed was with Tartaglia, we all know what this will be.
有志裁定カーディナルが下した審判結果により、被告人ボートランを有罪とする。
さようなら、ヌビレット様。
事の始まりはカロレの甘い考えだったんだ。
異なる種族が平和に暮らすなど土台不可能だったんじゃないのか。
おい、ぼーっとするなって。
At the end of the day, I guess we can return the man's own words against him. All of this would have been resolved with an investigation, and then the guilty party would have been the one sent to prison instead of him. But the amount of rage he felt was too much. And that was the result. Well, I can only imagine how much it must have rained on that day. It can't have been easy to sentence your own friend for murder.
どうしたんだ？具合でも悪いのか？
Yeah, I saw some things. Bad things, tragic things, sad things.
すまない。私の方で少々問題が起きたようだ。なんとか水源力を抑えようとしたのだが、それでもルキナの泉に沈殿している感情を沸騰させてしまった。これらの溢れ出した感情と記憶は、きっと君にも影響を与えてしまっただろう。私の不手際だ。大事ないだろうか。
Yeah, I'm alright. What about you?
さすが水元素の竜王。確か前に旅人がルキナの泉に来た時は声しか聞こえなかったよな。感情の沸騰なんてのは起こらなかったけど。
君の言うように、おそらくは私が特別だからかもしれない。ルキナの泉に限らず、私にはフォンテーヌにある全ての水に含まれる感情を感知できる。川、湖、さらには雨水まで。
そんなにすごいのか。
だが、それを行うことはめったにない。水の中の感情は常に雑然としている。よそ人として無関係な記憶で脳内を満たされるのはいささか良い体験とは言えないからな。
Well, the memories I saw were connected to you.
というと、
It was from when you brought Carol to the court of Fontaine to when you declared Vautrin guilty.
問題ない。あの記憶を自ら述べるつもりはないが、何も隠すべきことでもないからな。
I mean, that's understandable. Who would want to talk about those kind of events? The only thing I want to know is how many days it rained afterwards. Because there's no way people saw the sun for the next week.
偶然とはいえ、このような形で君がそれを見たのは良いことなのかもしれない。今の君になら理解できるはずだ。どうして私が今回も組織ぐるみの暗躍があると推測したのか。この2つの事件は似すぎている。
この感じ、オイラだけ話についていけてないぞ。
Oh, trust me, Paimon, you are happier not knowing.
仲間外れにするなって。オイラも話に入れてくれ。
Only if you want to be stuck in a monsoon.
なら本題に戻ろう。先ほどルキナの泉を調べる途中、妙なことに気づいた。ルキナの泉にある感情から私に対する憎しみがあまり見つからなかったのだ。
Well, I suppose that's a good thing.
なぜかはわからない。どうやら水面下に潜む組織を直接特定することはできないようだ。その代わりキアラに対する憎しみを見つけた。事の始まりはある密輸事件。
So it's a personal grudge.
オイラたちが読んだあの公文書のことじゃないか。
Yeah, we did.
ほう、君たちも読んでいたのか。大方あの件が発端だろう。
あれ、なんであんたたちがここに？ちょうど今パレメルモニアに探しに行こうと思ってたんだけど。
Oh, how can I help you?
またあったな。オイラたちに何か用か？ちょっと噂を聞いてね。ああ、もちろんわざと聞き回ったわけじゃないから。メルジーヌに手を出そうとしてるやつがいて、あんたたちその調査をしてるらしいじゃない。だからスピナディロースらに気にかけておくよう頼んだの。ここ最近サンドル川に見慣れない顔が増えててね。もしかしたらあんたたちの探してる人が身を潜めてるかもしれないでしょ。
感謝する。
Oh, that's very useful. We were just about to figure out how to get unstuck from this investigation.
だが誰からこのことを聞いた？
そりゃ最高審判官と異国の旅人が一緒に外を歩いてたら、こっそり動こうとしても大勢の目に留まるに決まってるでしょ。あんたたちキアラに会ったみたいだけど、それを誰にも言わないようあの子に頼んでないんじゃない？興味がある人がそれを目にしたら何があったのか聞きに行くのは当然でしょ。
It's like a small
つまり
village.
脅
Information
迫状の
travels
ことだって
fast.
すぐに広まるってわけ。シャルロットが言ってたのってこういうことだったのか。
無論私もこの件をずっと隠し通せるとは思っていなかった。しかし情報の広まり方が予想よりもはるかに早い。
もしかしたらヌビレットさんは自分が思ってるよりみんなに注目されてるんじゃない？ところで何か進展はあったの？
Well, not well.
メルジーヌに脅迫状を送った者は密輸事件と関係しているはずだ。だが裏で指示している者がいるかどうかはまだ定かではない。私たちはパレメルモニアへ戻り、その事件の詳細を調べるつもりだ。
そっか。私もうちのメンバーを集めて何か進展はなかったか確かめてみるよ。じゃ私からの知らせを待っててね。また。なあヌビレット、オイラたちが調査してることが広まったら何かトラブルが起きたりしないよな。
それについて私も考えたが平気だろう。情報が広まれば向こうも正面からメルジーヌに手を出すことはできなくなるはずだ。そして何より重要なのは民衆がこの件をどのように見ているかになる。400年以上前のあの事件では彼らは旧勢力を信じメルジーヌと対立した。
Well, from what I've seen, I doubt that's gonna happen again. People seem to love Melusines.
今回は同じ結末をたどらないことを祈る。さあパレメルモニアへ戻ろう。
So based on what I've seen, Nubi, your fears are unwarranted. Like, they're not completely baseless, but they are unwarranted. I mean, understand why you have those fears completely. They're not unreasonable, but I think everything will be fine.
おかしいの。もう遅い時間なのに、なんでまだこんなに人がいるんだ？あ、もしかして何かあったのかな？
If anything, I
ちょ
wouldn't
っ
be
と様子
surprised
を見に行こうぜ。
if people decided to form Melusine bodyguard groups where they basically where Melusines are always under supervision by friendly people to make sure nobody even dares to approach them with bad intentions.
おい、みんな聞いたか？メルジーヌに手を出そうとしてる奴がいるらしいぞ。かなり信憑性のある情報で、あの最高審判官様まで直々に調査してるって。
マジかよ。そんなこと俺が許さねえ。メルジーヌを脅してるやつ、出てこい。
敵は水面下に潜んでる。簡単には姿を現さないだろうな。だがそれでも俺たち全員の目から逃れることはできん。
ああ、その通り。俺もちょうど同じこと考えてた。警察隊はもう動き始めてる。俺たちも手をこまねいてるだけじゃなく、何かしないと。メルジーヌが普段どれだけ俺たちのことを助けてくれた。メルジーヌが危険にさらされてる今、俺たちがそれを無視するわけにはいかない。
Glad to see myself proven correct.
よし、しばらく周りを警戒しとこう。怪しい奴を見かけたらすぐに警察隊に報告だ。
どうしてずっとついてくるの？何かあったのかしら？
ええ、ある情報で。なんでもない。私たちも仕事が終わって今家に帰るところよ。
そうなの？ご苦労様。ご飯はもう食べたかしら？今日はスイーツ店に新商品が並んでいるみたいよ。い
え、今はあまり歩き回らない方がいいわ。
Oh, just take her up on the offer. You're clearly hungry.
まあまあ、そう我慢しないで。君もお腹が減ってるでしょ？そうね。じゃあ一緒にケーキでも買いに行く？
いい？夜ご飯はきちんと食べるのよ。特に残業前は少しくらい何か口にしないと。
ヌビレット様もこの件に目を光らせてるらしいぞ。手柄を立てれば昇進と昇級のチャンスかもな。
おいおい、それじゃあまるでヌビレット様が見てないとやらないって言ってるみたいじゃないか。
冗談さ。もう何年も手を取り合ってきたんだ。彼女たちに何かあったら俺だって一生悔やむことになる。
そうでなくちゃな。犯人が捕まるまでここで見張りをしよ
う。Yeah, imagine being the criminal right now. One threatening anonymous letter, and suddenly the entire town is after you.
メルジーヌを危険な目に遭わそうとしてるやつめ、出てこい。
聞いたか？特巡隊の奴らも来てるらしいぞ。
あれ見ろ、ヌビレット様じゃないか。今こっちを見たぞ。
どうやら心配はいらないみたいだな。
Aren't you relieved?
ああ。
Enough time has passed. Melusines have been more than accepted. You've been accepted. So the history is unlikely to repeat itself.
本当に良かった。
You can almost see a smile on that face.
ヌビレット、向こうに行ってみんなと話してくるか？
このままにしておこう。私が行けば不必要な騒ぎを起こしてしまうかもしれない。
The only commotion that's going to happen is the ladies swarming around you because you're so good looking.
予定通り戻って真相を調査しよう。
See, Nibby, everything's fine. The Melusines are going to be the most well-guarded group of people in this entire city. Well, let's just say, if I was the person behind that letter, I would be sweating right about now. I would not feel safe walking down the street. wondering if people have figured out that it's me. And now then, let's go look over the documents and catch the truck. Guess whoever dares farm a melon seed is gonna have to answer to me, a newbie. Now about that smuggling case.
警察隊とマレショーセファントムの共同捜査により密輸事件を解決。これだ。
Oh, that's adorable! That's just an adorable little stamp there on the book. I wonder who drew that.
具体的な関係者リストを確認しよう。確かここに。
なんて書いてあるんだ？
事件の主犯、ドメニコ、イニカ、ユーナを逮捕。審判のもと、メロピデ要塞へ応送。密輸事件に参加せずとも、主犯と密接な関係にあり、利益を得ていた者は、罪を課さずに指導を行うこととなった。
I wonder which group the person behind the letter was.
中でもエさんは態度が良く、予定よりも早くに観察が終了。他の者は重要観察リストに残したままとする。
名前が多いな。キアラに脅迫状を送ったやつはこの中の誰かってことか？
ああ。より正確に言うと、このエさんというものが怪しい。彼は密輸事件の主犯と関係があり、かつ比較的自由に行動できる立場にある。
Should we inform Navi about this?
ヌビレット様、先ほどスピナディロースラーのメンバーと名乗る者がいらっしゃいました。もうターゲットは見つけた。カフェで待ってる。とのことです。
Oh, they're efficient.
オイラたち、今容疑者の名前が分かったばっかなのに。ナビアはどうやって見つけたんだろう。
Oh, she must have one heck of an information network.
私にもわからない。カフェはここからそう遠くない。行ってみよ
う。Let's go over there and have a look. Oh, where's the cafe? I wonder if it's the cafe where we went to have some cake. I mean, the cake that ended up being our... Yeah, it's the cafe where we ate the cake. Okay, I would love nothing more than to play chicken with the ground, but the trigger is over there, so I should probably move away a little. Up. Up. I could have fallen a little further. But at least this time, planes did not crash and burn. And there is Navia. And I think our suspect might be among those. Gentleman over there? Or is it the lady? I don't know. We'll find out soon enough.
あれ、こんなに人が。お前たち、ナビアの仲間か？彼らは最近マレショーセファントムの世話になった者たちよ。普段はサンドル川に身を隠してるの。ここに招待するよう手配したんだ。
招待？
ここのコーヒーが美味しいって聞いたから一緒に来ないかって誘ったの。
Oh, that's a simple way to invite someone over without causing any suspicion.
そうなんだよ。いやー、スピナディロースラから招待されるなんて嬉しいな。
It looks like they are a little worried. They should be.
ずっとこうして集まりたかったんだ。
なんかぎこちないな。
They sound very nervous.
まあいいか。本題に入ろうぜ。エさんはいるか？
ああ、俺だ。
君がエさんか。
どうも、ヌビレット様。
Yup, do you have anything to say?
あの脅迫状は君がキアラに送ったのか？
それは。
So what is it, yes or no?
はい。ですが、私も人に依頼されて。
人に依頼されて？
ドメニコです。以前まで私の兄貴分で、彼に頼まれたら断れなくて。
Domenico, I think, was one of the people sent to jail.
ドメニコ？そいつ、今はどこに？
メロピデ要塞だ。
Yep. My memory is not quite that bad yet.
あの場所は、私たちスピナディロースらじゃお邪魔できないんだよね。
Well, you know, I'm friends with the Duke. I can just walk in.
どうやら、あんたたちに直接言ってもらうしかないみたい。私にできるのはここまでかな。
十分だ。協力に感謝する。
こんなの気にしなくていいから。それより今はドメニコを見つけるのを優先して。もし本当に彼が何か陰謀を企ててたら、早めに手を打った方がいいでしょ。そうだな。今すぐメロピデ要塞に行こうぜ。
Huh? Oh, okay, so oh, right, we're going to jail. Of course, the jail has some other quests going on over there. Well, we'll continue with the current quest. Thank you. Perhaps I should complete the other quests off camera or something. Just so that whenever I go to get a quest that takes me to jail, I don't have to go through that. Though I suppose this may be the last one, so it's not really that big of a deal. Oh, then Rio Desley. There's the Duke. Hey Duke, I am looking for a specific prisoner. Do you know where he is?
ようこそメロピデ要塞へ。
邪魔するぜい。まさか公爵が直々に出迎えてくれるなんて。オイラたちも顔が利くようになったな。
別に初めてでもないだろ。あんたら二人、それに最高審判官が直々に来るんだ。さて、挨拶はここまで。本題に入ろう。
So here's the thing. Do you know who, where?
そのドメニコという人物には少し覚えがある。そいつは昔、囚人たちを束ねて騒ぎを起こそうとしたことがあった。
Oh, so he was not exactly a model prisoner.
悪いやつだな。大丈夫だったのか？
起こそうとしただ。つまり、未遂に終わってる。そいつがメルジーヌを狙ってるのか？
No, basically yes.
あまり大したやつには見えなかったかな。あんたらが直々に調査するってことは、何か裏でも？
オイラたちと同じこと聞いたぞ。
過去に似たようなことが起きたので、少々心配なのだ。一度ドメニコに会い、話がしたい。
それくらいお安い御用だ。確か彼がいる場所は。
さっきメルジーヌって聞こえたけど、何かあったの？
Oh, hey, Sejoin.
看護師長。
A Melusine named Kiara actually received a threatening letter. That's why we're here.
それで、オイラたちはその調査をしてるんだ。そいつを脅迫したやつがメロピデ要塞にいるらしくってな。
Yeah, they haven't been threatening you by any chance, have they? Are you okay?
そんな、キアラは大丈夫なの？
I'm a little more worried about you considering you're close to the perpetrator. Though, it is also true that this seems more like a personal grudge than a more general case of dislike or outright hatred. So, she'll probably be fine, but considering the circumstances, I'm a little worried.
心配は不要だ。
Mostly worried
クロ
about
リンデが彼
redirecting
女を守っ
aggression.
ている。
よかった。でも黒幕はまだ捕まってないのよね。公爵、なんとかできない？
看護師長、それは俺に解決するのを手伝えって意味か？
ディオセスリ殿。
分かってるさ。ドメニコをここに連れてくる。要求はそれだけでいいんだろ。
これはお願いと言ってもいいだろう。こたびは個人名義での訪問であり、囚人を正式に審理するわけではない。心配は無用だ。一つ君に借りということにしておいてくれ。
おお、おいらが公爵の立場だったら見返りをがっつり求めてるだろうな。
Well, that is just you being a greedy little fairy. In more ways than one. Be it food or money. But I wonder, what would you be asking for?
俺が今も囚人だったら減刑を望んでただろうな。まあヌビレットさんは断るだろうが。
Well, you're not a criminal anymore. From what I understand, you've already served your sentence, and you're just here to basically look after the place. You can leave any moment you want.
さて、冗談はここまでにしてドメニコを連れてこよう。適当にくつろいでてくれ。看護師長がずっとあんたらのことを気にかけててな。話したいことも多いはずだ。
みんな、うちと一緒に医務室に来てちょうだい。あ、気をつけて。ところどころ暗いから転ばないように。
Let's see if I can still remember how to get there. The infirmary is over there. Well, probably can't remember how to get there. I suppose I'll just take the elevator up and walk around. It would probably be faster to teleport, but the elevator's here, so shouldn't take more than a moment. Yep, the infirmary is just over there. And if I remember correctly, our room was over there. Ah, how nostalgic. Just brings back memories, doesn't it? The memories of the long, long 40 days when we ourselves were a
さっきの
prisoner
ってヌビレット様？
after being set off by the judge.
もうじきメロピレ要塞から離れられる。ん？
Okay, we are here.
さあ、ゆっくりしてちょうだい。ヌビレットさん、旅人、それにパイモンちゃん、何か飲みたいものはある？
How about the finest spring water?
おいらは大丈夫だぞ。ありがとな、看護師長。喉が渇くのは体が警告を出してるってことなのよ。だからそうなる前にちゃんと水分補給しないと。後でたくさんお話しすることになるだろうから、お茶を入れてくるね。看護師長は相変わらずみんなの健康を気遣ってるんだな。
Yeah, she is such a kind soul. And not just because it's her job.
ずっとだんまりしてるけど、どうしたんだよ。
Well, Paimon, we noticed something about the criminals that we passed earlier.
ふむ。君も気づいたか？彼らの胸にあったバッジ、少し見覚えがある。
見覚え？おいらは全く気づかなかったけど。
Oh, don't worry, Paimon, I did not either. I'm just going to trust the traveler to be more observant than I am.
でも、二人がそう言うなら、ちょっと話を聞きに行ってみるか。
Yeah, Paimon and I will go. Seeing you might evoke some bad memories.
ああ。私はここで君たちが戻るのを待とう。私はリオセスリ殿を信頼しているゆえ、 メロピデ要塞に来ることはめったにない。今回は状況が少々特殊でな。彼に迷惑をかけていないといいのだが。
Oh, don't worry. I'm sure he was happy to see you. I mean, he's around by criminals all day. Seeing somebody a little less inclined for crimes is probably a refreshing sight. Not to mention, they seem to be getting along, like as if he doesn't even hold a grudge for being sent here. Well, he did confess. So I suppose the trial wasn't even needed. But no, fuck those two prisoners. There they are. Let's start from you. Scores from the Mutual Aid Network, and is that the badge that we're talking about? Well, what does that look like? Looks like a hand holding on to something. But the picture's too small for me to figure out what that something is. You know, I was looking at the badge you were wearing. It's quite interesting.
ああ、これなんだ。俺たち助け合いの会に興味あるのか。
助け合いの会ってなんだ？
助け合いの会は長い歴史を持つ組織だ。その歴史を遡ると最も古いもので400年以上も前になる。
Okay, that's all.
どの代も人数は少なく、これといった影響力もないが、メンバーは皆友好的だ。この会のモットーは互いに助け合い、できる限り公平の維持に尽力すること。
おお、なんだかいい組織みたいだな。
On paper, at least.
最初はみんな自分を守るために入る組織なんだ。俺たちは重い罪を犯したわけじゃないし、強い力も持ってない。メロピデ要塞じゃ自然と弱い立場に置かれる。だからこうして結束するんだ。そうすることで辛い目に遭わなくて済む。
Well, so you say, at least. But I'm curious, what is this mutual aid network about, anyways?
お前たち、助け合いの会に興味はないか？
My question is, who are you and how come I didn't hear you a word about you over the 40 days that I spent here?
ほら、このパンフレットをやろう。少し見てみるといい。
Considering you're like 400-year-old association. Alright. The mutual aid network advertises, help each other, do all you can to further justice, and do not detest just judgment. You're in jail. Okay, continuing. The above are the 3 principles of the mutual aid network. All are welcome to join and membership is free. There are no compulsory group activities. Sounds lovely. Alright, the mutual aid network encourages members to do what they are able, including but not limited to cleaning, exercising, tutoring, and studying. It is hoped that all mutual aid network members will, during their time in the fortress of Melopide, face up to the crimes they have committed, encourage each other, support each other, and welcome the future together. So it's kind of like a support group? Or something like that. Actually sounds really good, really nice on paper.
「助け合いの会」のスローガンは何度も変わってきたが、その中核となる思想は創設以来変わっていない。もし助け合いの会に入りたくなったら、ここに来て申し込むといい。
No. Do you have anything to say?
なんだか君たちどっかで見たような。
Well, we were here for like 40 days, but about that badge you're wearing.
ああ、これは助け合いの会のシンボルなの。初代会長がデザインしたものでね。聞くところによると、平和勲章ってものを参考にしたらしいわ。
Oh.
まあ実物は見たことないけど。
Oh, I see. I think I know who founded this. The Medal of Peace?
初代会長はすごいお方でね。とても強かったんだけど、 決して他人をいじめることはなかったそうなの。むしろ弱い囚人たちを束ねて互いに助け合うようにさせたらしいわ。
Oh, would you be shocked to find out just what kind of crime put him here in the first place?
私たちはみんな彼を尊敬してるんだ。
結構話も聞けたし、そろそろヌビレットのところに戻ろうぜ。
You know, I don't think we need to tell them. Ignorance is a bliss. You don't need to know that the person who inspired your organization was convicted of murder. Granted, the people he murdered definitely had something coming their way. They weren't exactly good people, but still murder. It's so stupid it said abuse of power and murder. But it is interesting how he seemed to have most likely realized the severity of what he had done after being sent here.
あのバッジをつけてる人たち、みんな助け合いの会っていうのに入ってたぜ。
And based on what I heard, I think your friend might have had something to do with it.
そのバッジは平和勲章ってもんを参考にデザインしたらしいぞ。
過去に平和勲章を2つ作り、カロレとボートランに授けたことがある。
Yep, and only one of them found their way here.
カロレが持っていた方は燃えてしまったため、残っているのはボートランのだけだろう。
あ、つまり助け合いの会の創設者はヌビレットさん、公爵が執務室へ来るようにってドメニコを見つけたらしいよ。
なかった。まずは彼に会ってメルジーヌのことについて聞こう。
Back to the judge. Now let's see what that person who dared threaten a little Melusine has to say for himself. I wish there was a way to travel a little faster. Are there any characters with really good travel mechanics that allow them to travel a bit faster than running? Just so I know who to look forward to in the upcoming polls. If of course mobility is my only concern. All right, Rhea, where is our dirtbag?
さて、あんたらに紹介しよう。こいつがドメニコだ。
I wouldn't call him fine gentleman.
何か言うことは？
What do you have to say for yourself?
ヌビレット。
Yep. The dragon himself here to
どうしてあんたがここに何をする気だ？口打ちか？
Oh, don't worry. He's not the kind to do that. But he can make your sentence longer. So you better behave.
落ち着け。ただいくつか質問がしたいだけだ。メルジーヌに脅迫状を送ったのは君の計画か？
Behave.
すでにエさんが自白している。この件についてこれ以上隠す必要はない。
あの野郎、あんなに信用してやったのに。
今一度問おう。メルジーヌに脅迫状を送ったのは君の計画か？
Think careful before you answer.
はい。
背後には誰がいる？
なんだって？あんたら何か事件を俺に押し付けようって気じゃないだろうな。
自分の立場をわきまえた方がいい。最高審判官が自らあんたの事件を調査してるんだ。以前あんたがメロピデ要塞で騒ぎを起こそうとしたこと、それと
確かに少し衝動的だったのは認める。本当のことを話してもいいが、その前に
俺の身の安全を保証してくれ。
We can only promise to do our best.
ああ、保証しよ
う。安心するといいさ。こっちは話の通じる奴らばかりだからな。
After all, whoever is behind you is probably worth more to Nuvi than you are.
最初はちょっとした商売だったんだ。
I think he has
俺
more
にブ
interest
ツ
in
の
them.
運搬を頼んできた奴がいて、
Protecting
大金
you?
を支払う約束をしてくれた。
Small potatoes. Compared to what he can get out of catching those criminals, protecting you is nothing.
けど何回か運んだ後、マレショーセファントムに捕まった。ブツの内容が違法なものだってことで、俺は捕まって審判を受ける羽目に。納得いかなかった。だってほら、知らぬ者に罪はなしって言うだろ。だから俺はブツを横領するためにわざと俺をここに追放した奴がいると踏んだのさ。
まさかそんな理由でミリュジーヌに復讐しようとしたのか？
You know, you're hopeless.
当初のターゲットはヌビレットだった。メロピデ要塞にいる囚人もみんなヌビレットがさばいたんだからな。きっと囚人たちも不満を抱いてる。一緒に手を組んで騒ぎを起こせば
Well,
と考えたんだ。
technically, everyone in the fortress of Melopida was declared guilty by Oratrice Mechanique Danalis Cardinal until the thing went out of commission. But that's technicality. You're not gonna care about that, are you?
だがなぜか誰も俺の話に乗ってくれなかった。特にあの助け合いの会なんかは小物ばかりのくせに俺に歯向かってきやがって。
Well, they are all about acknowledging your crimes and doing better. So of course they're not gonna team up with you.
あれこれ考えた末にメリュジーヌに目をつけることにした。当時あのキアラってやつが俺のブツを差し押さえて調べたのを思い出してな。話のわかる看守に家に手紙を送るよう頼んだんだ。もちろんその手紙は A さんに宛てたもので、内容もキアラに脅迫状を出すよう指示したもんだ。キアラをマレショーセファントムから追い出すためのな。
それらのことは全て君の考えか？その間怪しい者が接触してきたことは？
ない。
では君に運搬を依頼した者は全員捕まっているか？
ああ、俺が知ってるな。これで全部だ。
看護師長、ドメニコを監視のところに連れて行ってくれ。処置は後ほど行おう。つまるところ、ヌビレットさんが案じていたのは、メルジーヌを利用してより大きな波風を立てようとしてる勢力がいないか。
いかにもこれに似たようなことを経験したのでな。その可能性を考慮する必要がある。
似たようなことっていうのは、
well,
だいたいどれくらい前のこ
about
とだ。
400 years, but considering his age, yeah, that must have left quite the trauma.
400年以上前だ。
それはさすがに考えすぎだ。時間はあらゆるものを変える。今はもう全てが変わってるはずさ。
Yeah, 400 years is a long time. Like, what year was it 400 years ago? It was the 1600. So, that's like us holding a grudge over something that happened that long ago. Humans just don't remember that far. In fact, we basically get societal amnesia after a very short amount of time. I mean, show a teenager today an artifact from only 100 years ago and they will have no idea what it's for.
どういう意味だ
？400年以上前、あんたもあんたが連れてきたメルジーヌもフォンテーヌの人間社会にとっては異類の存在だった。
But then again, this also goes to show how much Nobilet cares about the Melusines.
しかし今となっちゃ メルジーヌを脅す者がいれば人々はそれを見過ごさない。彼らはもう昔とは違う選択を取る。
確かにオイラたちがパレメルモニアに戻ろうとした時、いろんな
exactly.
人がメルジーヌを守ろうとしてたよな。
ヌビレットさん、メルジーヌはあんたが直々にフォンテーヌまで連れてきた種族だ。人々が見せる彼女らへの態度は社会があんたをどう見るか反映したものでもある。昔民衆がメルジーヌを信用していなかったのは事実だ。だがその本質的な部分はよそから来たあんたという最高審判官をまだ見定めてる最中だったからさ。500年近くの時が流れ、あんたはあらゆる審判を公正にやり遂げてきた。法廷上でどんな騒ぎが起ころうとも正しい裁決を下してな。今の人々はあんたに対して何の疑念も抱いていない。それどころかあんたを法律の象徴とさえ見ている。そして今やあんたが行う決定はこのフォンテーヌ全体に影響を与えるものとなった。つまりあんたは知らず知らずのうちこの国を変えていたのさ。
なるほどな。どうりでドメニコの話に乗ろうとしたやつがいなかったのか。
Yep, tragedies like that are a thing of the past. Now, Novi, do you need a hug? Or two?
それは私にとって過分な賞賛だ。私からすればただ職務を全うしていたに過ぎない。
Dude, an impartial judge who makes the correct decision is worth their weight in gold. More, in fact.
褒める価値も特別な点もない。私は単に過去の約束を果たし、審判によって答えを探している。ただそれだけだ。決してそのように尊敬されるべきではない。人間の感情と意志は私よりもはるかに複雑だ。正直、私の方こそ君たちを尊敬すべきだと思っている。
そんな謙虚になることはない。現状が全てを物語ってるんだからな。あんたはもうあの頃のようなよそ者じゃない。今のあんたはたとえ一人で調査しようとしてもあんたに関わる多くの者が率先して手を貸してくれるだろう。
This is just so warm and wholesome.
一理ある。少なくともその点は否めそうにない。説明に感謝する。この件はつつがなく解決した。そろそろ失礼しよう。
But before we go, Nuvi, do you need a hug or should we make it a group hug? Or are you too shy for that?
もう行くのかよ。
そう急いで帰らなくてもいいんじゃないか。お茶でも飲んでいったらいい。
Oh yeah, exactly.
必要はない。規則は心得ている。ここには心から贖罪をする者もいれば、私に恨みを持つ者もいる。私がここにいる時間は短ければ短いほどいい。さもなければ騒ぎが起きるかもしれない。
なら規則の違反は俺がやるしかないね。まだ2つ話すことがある。
聞こう。
一つはドメニコのために手紙を送った看守についてだ。
ああ、承知した。確かに看守はパレメルモリアから配属された人員ではある。だが先ほども言ったようにこたびは使用できている。処理は君に任せよう。
そいつはよかった。
Oh wait, seriously, you're not going to...
なに、そう大げさに考えないでくれ。上の人間は同情の念を抱きやすい。だがそういうのはここじゃ非常にリスクがある。その看守にはいろいろと注意事項を念押ししておくつもりさ。
問題ない。
よし、一つは解決したな。それでもう一つは何だ？
もう一つは個人的な好奇心によるもんだ。さっき 助け合いの会について調べてたんだって。
Well, yeah, we kind of bumped into them.
おお、あいつらのバッジに見覚えがあるってヌビレットが言ってたな。
俺はメロピデ要塞を引き継いだ時からそのグループの存在に気づいてた。彼らは人数こそ少ないが常にできる限りの正義を貫いてる。昔彼らの創設者、当時審判を下されここに投獄されたボートランについて調べたことがあってな。
Yep, so it was definitely him.
現存する記録によるとその者は服役中ずっと従順で亡くなるまで攻撃的な行動や発言をすることはなかったそうだ。
Whoa.
つまり
A model prisoner.
彼のここでの態度は法廷に立っていた時とは大きく異なるということ。
Yeah, that's a stark contrast.
何？
Didn't he hate Nubilet
審
as a
判
result
の
of what
時、
happened?
私は彼の複雑な感情に気づいていた。彼は憎しみに満ちていたし、私を憎む理由もあった。
俺の予想だが一種の演技だったんだろうな。
演技？
So many actors in here.
ヌビレットさんとボートランはかつてとても親しい上下関係にあった。きっとボートランも最高審判官が私情を挟む判決はしないことを分かっていたのだろう。彼が憎しみの感情を表せば表すほど審判に出席した者はあんたの公正な判決を直に感じ取り、当時まだあんたを見定めていた民からしたらその意味は計り知れなかったはずだ。俺の話したかった2つはこれでおしまいだ。他に話をしたいやつは今のうちに言うといい。
特に言うことはない。感謝の言葉以外はな。さて、戻るとしよう。見送りは不要だ。
ああ、またな。
あの審判について触れることはあまりないが、私はずっとカロレとボートランのことを嘆いてきた。ボートランが法廷で放った言葉がしばし頭の中で響き渡るのだ。
That's called trauma.
何かせねばと、そう私に思わせる。
でも公爵の話じゃそいつはお前を恨んでなかったみたいだぞ。それっていいことじゃないか？
リオセスリ殿の考えは大方理解した。だがあの言葉が私の心をかき乱す。どう言葉にすればいいかわからないが、驚き、喜び、恐怖、罪悪感、数々の感情が混ざり合ってようやく何かを少し理解できそうだ。君たちの考えも聞いてみたい。君たちの目には私はどのように映っている？
おいらは公爵の言ったことが正しいと思うぞ。最高審判官としてお前の審判はどれもフォンテーヌに影響を与えるものだし。旅人、お前はどう思う？おい、どうしたんだ？何か考え事か？
これだけ多くの審判、逆にヌビレットにも影響を与えてきたんじゃないかな。
As the Hydra Dragon's sovereign, Nubilet still thinks of himself as an outsider due to his identity. But so much time has passed since then. Perhaps the lines between him and the humans have long since blurred.
一理あるな。前にも言ったが、私は感情を表現するのが得意ではない。それは自分自身でさえ完全に理解していないからだ。だが君の判断を信じよう。いつからか私の身には変化が起きていた。これらの変化はある具体的な事件によるものではなく、時間そのものによるものかもしれない。この問題について真剣に向き合ってみよう。 君たちには礼を言わねばな。
You're very welcome.
あれ、雨だ。まずい、傘を持ってないぞ。
Nuvi, are you
土砂降
feeling
りになら
sad?
ないうちに早く行こうぜ。
また雨か。今年でもう何回目だ。旅行の計画が水の泡だ。
今朝の新聞見た？あなた洗濯物を一緒に入れてくれる？
いつになったらやむんだ。
水流泣かないで。
奴らは魔獣を活性化させるつもりだ。このことを審判官様に報告せねば。
メロピデ要塞、俺にとってはいい場所だ。
まだ答えをくれてない。
ヌビレットさんはフォンテーヌの構成のシンボルと言っても過言ではありません。注意しておけ、奴は厄介だ。
全く違う種族と生活するなんてできるわけないでしょ。
メルジーヌを脅してるやつ出てこい。
人の社会で君は嬉しいことも悲しいことも目にするだろう。いつか君が多くの過去を受け入れた時、この国の歴史を代表して全てを審判する資格を得る。
おはようございます、ヌビレット様。雨季ももうじき終わりで、そろそろ晴れるそうですよ。
晴天が心を晴れやかにすることを祈ります。
Had a bit of a roller coaster of emotions there, I see.
問題は解決したか？
脅迫状を送ったやつは見つけたぜ。そいつをもっと厳しく見張るってリオセスリも言ってたから、もう大丈夫だと思うぞ。
In the end, it'll turn out to be just a personal vendetta.
そりゃよかった。
君たちを巻き込んでしまいすまなかった。
謝る必要はありません。
そうそう、巻き込んだっていうか、私たちが勝手に首を突っ込んだだけだし。そうだ、クロリンデ、キアラは大丈夫か？
ああ、今はパレメルモニアにいる。先ほど50人をも超える人が彼女を守ると意気込んでいた。中には道端の花畑に隠れながら警戒する者もいる始末だ。
Well, yep, nobody can harm her. Nobody.
ただ、あれほど大勢の者が関わってくると、逆に彼女を困らせないかと心配になってな。だから、とりあえずパレメルモニアにいてもらうことにした。
ならよかったぜ。どうやら一件落着したってところかしら。お祝いとしてヌビレット様に独占取材をしてもいいかな。そんなお祝いの仕方なんてないぞ。
考えてもいい。
Oh. So it did pay off for the reporter to ask.
本当？
もちろん。だがまだスケジュールが詰まっている。取材は来月にしよう。それまで 質問をまとめておくといい。私の答えられる範囲で答えよう。
Charlotte? It's okay to be happy and start a party right now. You managed to get what most of the reporters never get a chance to. Yeah, she's letting it show.
では先に失
She's
礼
so
する。
happy.
私はこれからパレメルモニアに戻って指示を出し、こたびの調査結果を公表するつもりだ。そうすれば人々も憂いがなくなるだろう。
独占取材。これ夢じゃないわよね。
No, it's not a dream.
何を聞こうかしら。
You have the monster figured out.
遠慮しちゃダメだよ。せっかくの機会なんだからとことん聞いとかないと。
同感だ。どうせ答えられない質問は断るだろう。試してみる価値はある。
Somebody's gonna party today. But me? I need to return to Pal. I'm alright. And probably clear out my UI. But the letter can wait. Kiara, where are you? Can you solve this? There you are! You sleeping standing up? I almost don't want to wake her up. I don't want to wake her up. I suppose I'll have to. Sorry, Kiara.
ティアラ、
ヌビレット様、ごめんなさい。うっかり寝ちゃってた。
気にするな。脅迫状を送った者は突き止めた。もう安全だ。
ありがとう、ヌビレット様。それから旅人のお姉ちゃんもパイモンお姉ちゃんもありがとう。私全然大丈夫だよ。みんな私に優しくしてくれるし。
脅迫状を送ったのはドメニコというものだ。この名に聞き覚えは？
よくわかんない。私記憶力が良くないからいつも忘れっぽくて。そんなことよりカロレお姉ちゃんの夢を見たよ。おかしいな。カロレお姉ちゃんどこに行ったんだろう。もうだいぶ会ってない気がするけど。
These kind of situations are always awkward.
でも夢で会えたから嬉しい。カロレお姉ちゃんね、私の手を握ってキアラ、私たちの夢が叶いましたって言ってた。カロレお姉ちゃんの夢が何なのか思い出せないけど、なんだかとても嬉しいんだ。
君の喜びは私も感じられる。これは確かに喜ばしいことだ。
ヌビレット様も嬉しいの？そうだ、私もう外に出ていいんだよね。モデルになってあげるってエローフェお姉ちゃんと約束したんだ。
もちろんいいとも。安心して行ってくるといい。
Yep, just don't be surprised by the crowd.
じゃあ行くね。またね、ヌビレット様。旅人のお姉ちゃん、パイモお姉ちゃん。
ああ、また。
And that's it for Remains of the Past. That was a nice 2.5-hour quest, all story, no drama. Everybody's very much happy. Am I right? You in a better mood now? There was a bit of rain out there.
かつて時間は私にとって役に立たないものだと思っていた。すべてのものと距離を置き、仕事をつつがなく終わらせさえすれば、数年と数百年に違いなどないと。だが、これらを経験して、その考えが不完全なものかもしれないと気づいた。時の流れは、それ自体に意味がある。私が人間の暮らしから得たかった答えは、生きていくことそのものなのかもしれないな。
Even a dragon, even a 400-year-old dragon, well, probably older dragon. Who says an adult can't learn new things? Who says adults can't grow? It's a very testament that there's a lot to learn. Even a 400-year-old trauma can be processed. Just by seeing that things have changed. But thankfully, Nubilet's fears are no longer warranted, and everybody loves Melusines. The thing is, walk around. Everything's fine. Nobody's going to even attempt to touch them. And then if you'll excuse me, I have some business with the Adventurers Guild. I'm not taking a quest, I'm just getting my rewards. But there's apparently a quest here that starts by talking to Catherine. Gonna have to be careful not to accept it by mistake. Because that's not what I'm gonna be doing the rest of the stream. My streaming plans for today started with Nubilet's story and continue in a slightly different location. A slightly more dark and rocky location, namely the chasm. Because it's about time I start chipping away at it. And when I say chipping away, I mean chipping away. Gonna take a while, but my goal here is to start opening the interludes. And one of the quests that are mandatory here is the world quest Chasm Delvers. Now these two I cannot start right now because they have prerequisite quests of their own, but Chasm Delvers is what I can start with. So that's the plan for the next while. Just chipping away, unlocking the interludes, actually doing the interludes. And after that, we are heading to the next region. Now other than just wanting to actually play the game and get things done and unlock the chasm map, there's also another reason why I'm a little hesitant of heading to Natlan. You see, I don't know much about Natlan's story. Not much. But one thing that I do know is that Natlan is the one place where the story, or at least, well, let's just say there are consequences to your decisions. And I'm pretty sure that I'm going to mess up. And I also know that no matter how much I play, tragedies are not gonna be I'm not gonna be able to avoid any tragedies along the way. So I want to take some time to mentally prepare for messing up badly from the perspective of people's lives. Because I don't know what kind of body count Nutland is going to have by the time I'm done with it. So, I just want to take a breather, do some other quests before going there. Like the interludes that I haven't been able to even touch. But one thing is interesting. Why is it that the next Archon quest is in Silver, even though I was just in Fontaine? Oh well. Oh right, I forgot. There is a side quest right now. But yeah, that's gonna wait. That can wait. Let's just do the interludes first. Before we can do them, we have to work towards them. This is gonna take several streams. Hopefully I will get to Natlan by summer. I wonder if we're going to have Natlan weather in the summer. Okay, let's see. 10 crates of meat, 10 crates of vegetables, various amounts of firewood and camping equipment to be given to the Millilith outpost. 3 crates of various ores to be sent to the Poison Hill warehouse in exchange for spare part of tools of various amounts. Ah, sorry for making you wait. What do you need? Oh, it's you. Aces? When were we all that familiar? I mean, you are the heroes they lead with. Your deeds are remembered by all of us. Since you're here at the chasm, you must be here on some important business. In which case, I'm sure you must have a permit from Lady Kashing, right? What permit? Really? I mean, sorry to trouble you. Since you must be very familiar with Lady Niwang, a permit from her might hold still more weight. Could I see it, please? We don't have a permit. Well, the Lord Tianshu is reclusive yet approachable, and also has a great vision and good of people with a heart. Surely he was the one who gave you permission to enter the chasm then? Uh, maybe? In that case, would you mind letting me see your papers? Papers? Huh? Guess you don't have that either. Well, Miss Ganya works on Yushin Terrace supporting Shushin directly, so I'm sure her opinion would be lockstep with theirs. You at least got their permission, don't you? Actually, you know what? We could have just asked Ganyu to sign off on this. I can, go for her right now. Yeah, sorry for the trouble. Man, sorry. Yeah, I've come at a bad time. This is really not the season to be visiting the chasm. The Ministry of Civil Affairs is still working on eliminating the great safety hazard within, so this is still very much a danger zone. If you have been commissioned by some merchant to urge us to open the mine faster, then I suggest you read the report I submitted to Shanglu Hall carefully. What's this person talking about exactly? You know, you still owe a lot more about for the drinks, or did you forget about that already? Eh? So that's what you're here for? Alright. These adventurers. Can't ever trust them to come out and speak their minds. Alright then, if you have any questions, ask away. I'll answer them, provided that I don't know the answer. So, could you tell me more about the chasm? Right, so about the chasm. If you don't intend to leave just yet, you're free to explore the area a bit, but please do keep your actions within the remit of Liyue's laws and statutes. I should mention though that there is a place that I highly recommend you avoid. Where is that? Because I know I'm gonna go there. For example, the Great Mine in the center of the chasm has had a 7-star array cast over it. By which I mean exactly what I say. It's a seal placed over the area by Shishing. Well, that tells me a whole lot of nothing. As for the focal point of the array, it lies in the bedrock keys surrounding the area. These were placed by Shishing herself, connected to in series. They are things the energy flowing through the array. Oh yeah, don't worry about it. If you're busy, don't worry about it. You can always watch this after the fact if you have time or interest. I mean, I do save my vods. It was good having you here anyway. Like, yeah, back to reading the dialogue. Oh boy. Why can't they just voice the characters? But yeah, the area around the bedrock keys has seen an abnormal amount of geo-elemental coalescence. It's almost as if the thing beneath yearns to finally emerge. But they... never mind me. I was just talking to myself, so yes, that's how things are. Please do not, and I repeat, do not go near the 7-star array. And don't even think about going down there to explore. Yeah, that's true, they can't voice every NPC. But yeah, this is the... Moon, you might as well be telling me exactly where the best tourist spot in this area is. Yeah, Bedrock Key is definitely not losing structural integrity, and the surrounding areas are most certainly not plagued with any strange geo-convergences, so please, don't you think of doing anything at all. Sounds like there's a lot of things going on there, and I should definitely go there. I know what you're gonna ask. There are most certainly no precious treasures down there, nor are there any prehistoric fossils to be had, and banish any thought you have about the giant ancient ruin. Yes, please not bear any fruitless expectations towards this place. Oh, so there's a ruin. A treasure. Yeah, the way you're saying all this is super suspicious. Not even mushrooms will grow down there, nor are there any wish-granting stones. And there are definitely no sailors who grow strong just by eating mushrooms. Again, do not get your hopes up. Well, sure, there's no need to be so fierce. Oh yeah, got it. Hold on, let's go. Wait, have I finished? I suggest that you'll speak to... I'm not sure how to pronounce the name. She's an adventurer hired by the ministry and was once a miner here. She knows the chasm's geography like the back of her hand. And let me also write you a certification real quick. When she sees it, she'll know that you are trustworthy. That said, I must warn you that she's definitely not the sort of person who has trouble standing still, and definitely has no thoughts of undoing the array and having look underground. Okay. So there's no way that she would put a team of idle adventurers together and breezily enter hazardous areas. As such, you can forget about asking her to help enter chasm mines. Yeah, got it. Did I really? Well, we'll see about that. Well, as long as you understand, we're good. In which case, I won't take up any more of your time. So our next destination is over there. To find a person who definitely is not trying to undo a seal and definitely not putting together a band of adventurers to explore the ruins. Nothing of the sort. You know, when my friends and I talk like that, it's called sarcasm. So, he will have to excuse us for not taking his word seriously. Hello. Mooney was the one who introduced me. This is his, Oh, yes, forget the sheet of paper. I already know who you are, just fine. Oh, finally somebody who knows me. That Mooney, all he does is put on airs and write papers. Everything's gonna follow this or that procedure, and all that, right? You know, stuff that makes you look important. I couldn't care less about that stuff. In any case, your name's already well known throughout the Adventurers Guild. Never mind any of your other contributions to Liyue. Solana the Famous. Of course! Many new recruits at the guild have heard your exploits on Dragon Spawn from Iris. Here. That includes me, you know. Piercing the frigid blizzards to open a path, discovering an ancient forgotten kingdom beneath the ice and frost, reaching the perilous summit, confronting great challenge that came over the place with the mortal form. The things you've experienced, the obstacles you've overcome, the truths you've uncovered, they can be summed up in one word. Adventure! True adventure! True adventure that I went on over Christmas. It's actually quite convenient that I decided to explore the Dragon Spawn last year. Because otherwise this conversation would have been really awkward. But yeah, somebody gave me a compass. Well, you really don't take praise well, do you? This isn't even mentioning the great battle he had with that sea monster in the Jade Chamber. Now, I wasn't there to witness it, mind you, but I haven't missed a single telling of that story. Huh? So there's stories about us too? Of course, you're very popular in the city, you know. If you ask me, I'd say that the Tea Master Liu Su and Iron Tongue Tian are both good in their own way, but I just prefer Iron... oh, don't worry, I get it. Iron Tongue Tian's style is definitely not for everyone. I do sometimes find that his choice of words and phrases features too much slang. But as for Liu Su, he takes a while to get going, you know. Sometimes you're there for 2 hours before you start going, oh, this is pretty good. Some people like that style, but I find it uninteresting. And if you mean to say that this is just a story if one gets stale, let me just say this. If this were food or drink we were talking about, it would surely go bad if we wrapped it up and covered for half a day without opening it up. You know, I think I said my story isn't that interesting. Yeah, we don't really know what you mean by this at all. I'm sorry, I got a bit too excited there and didn't really consider if you were interested in what I was saying. So, since you're here, Saga, are you here at the Qixing's behest? Did Mooning end up revealing some other information to you? Don't touch the bedrock keys, there's nothing under the chasm. Jikyang won't help you. Stuff like that, repeated over and over. Yep, he definitely did. Well, it didn't scare us. Indeed, he wasn't doing that at all. Yeah, so all the things he mentioned are true then. Well, Money is in the end a specialist hired by the Ministry of Civil Affairs. Even if he wanted to ask for help, there's a lot that he's not allowed to reveal in public. So he can only warn us and thus impart the means of getting into the chasm to you in a roundabout way. In essence, when he says you shouldn't, he really means you can. Knew it. A weird guy. In any case, you mentioned that he wrote you a certification and told you to come find me. That note which you now carry means that you have the authorization to travel through the chasm without any obstruction. Of course, barring any personal intervention by the Qixing. And the fact that he suggested that you find me means that I should tell you the way to the depths of the chasm. You know, want to come a little way of hinting. Well, for what it's worth, I apologize for all the covering up that we're doing, but trust me, we have a very good reason for doing so. What a thing that they dug up under the chasm is truly abnormal. Our investigation cannot be done with too much pomp and ceremony, lest the people be alarmed. That is the Xixing standing order. As such, we can only function under the cover of a no-entry order, secretly gathering explorers and scholars to enter the chasm and conduct investigation. This is all to, if necessary, and where possible, stay above the crisis that festers beneath the earth. So, all the people in the camp were, that's right, they were brought on by support staff. They were pretty reliable. Well, mostly. That you came here is also a coincidence. More than one big shot in the Xixing has already recommended that we enlist your aid. And honestly, there's little reason not to comply. In any case, it is also said that your aid is not necessarily difficult to enlist. Doesn't mean we were tricked. Oh, well, in that case, then leave. That's right, they'll treat us like a bunch of idiots. Oh, please wait. I was just passing all my superior's messages. Those were her words, not mine. Just, let me take those words back, alright? Bye. Come on, this is the Xixing we're talking about. They won't shortchange you for the aid. Oh. I don't exactly need help putting up missing person posters this time. Say, why don't you just ask for something else this time? Oh well, if we can mitigate the safety hazard in the chasm, any underground treasure or valuables will be given to the one who discovers them. This is a special privilege given by the Xixing just to the two of you. Oh, finders keepers and everything. That was good. Feels like a great deal. Yeah, no tricks now. So, in that case, the Paimon treasure time begins once again. Well, you see, the chasm is such a big place. Just imagine how much treasure there is going to be for our taking. Alright. Can we safely say that you've accepted the commission then? Let's see. For the treasure. Alright, I'll do it. And here's the new adventures. Again, let me apologize for wasting your time on all of these things. Let's get down to business, shall we? Yes, my voice is getting hoarse from reading these. If you wish to enter the chasm, we'll need to find an adjuvant made from material known as lumen stone. Only with it we can move in the dark down there. Only those with visions can use the adjuvant, but considering you can use elemental energies without a vision, it's my guess that you should have no problem making use of one. Where do we find them? It's in a warehouse in the south. The warehouse is well guarded, so it should be pretty secure. Just come back once you've gotten hold of the catalyst. Wow, that's a lot of conversation. Well, you know, excuse me if I don't actually read the conversation out loud. That was actually rather straining. Now, there should be a warehouse somewhere around here. Not that way, this way. Is that the warehouse? I don't consider this building to be very well guarded. It was completely empty. Oh. That fight!
目を閉じて死の底へ影を燃やし尽くすおりゃ
ターゲットロックアップリオナの特製ドリル
一応目を覆えば根こそぎにしてあげる。
足元に救われませんよ。
Was that all of them? Yep, that was all of them. Heesh, very well guarded. My butt. No guards around here.
ほら、や。
And there's even slimes in the well. Wow, somebody's just slacking off. Those stores renovation notes. Okay, so Lumenstone, I think it's that. No, don't mind if I just look around and see if there's any resources I can pick up as well. But yeah, reading her dialogue, it definitely convinced me that I'm not cut out for voice acting. And again, I wasn't even trying to voice act much. But yeah, found the stone. And we are back, you big liar. There were no guards at all. So what happened was that no one was guarding the warehouse, like, at all. Even treasure hoarders all over that place. What do you mean by what's well guarded? Huh? That shouldn't be the case. When I was guarding the place, the treasure hoarders wouldn't even dare come near it. Wait a moment. Who did you say was guarding the warehouse again? Me. Well, are you guarding it right now, you silly goose? Well, come on. Which adventurer in the right mind would let themselves get tied down in such a boring task, am I right? NPCs. I think I think you can see the loading symbol. Oh wait. Yeah, I could see the loading symbol over her head at that moment. Well, putting your dereliction of duty to one side for the time being, let's talk about how we'll undo the array instead, shall we? Honestly, I'm not too sure about how the bedrock keys work, but could start from looking into those cage-shaped geo-element formations. Was that strange formations have been puzzling the Ministry of Civil Affairs for some time now. They seem to have grown up from the bedrock of the chasm over the last 2 years, and their properties are similar to those of the thing underground. We say these because they can undergo some kind of disintegration when under the influence of the anomalies. Later, Portion Hall investigation revealed that they have been absorbing geo-element energy from the surroundings, slowly eroding the structure of bedrock keys. It's the most ominous phenomenon, almost like something is consciously trying to break the ceiling array. We have to clear them out twice every month, but they will always grow back quickly, and we have only grown back quicker over time. Perhaps that thing below is growing restless, and that is why the Shijing has sent us to investigate. So something about these. Probably to destroy the bedrock keys, that's these. So there's these things like nearby, so I wonder. No, a Claymore character would be useful. I don't have one right now, but I'd say Get over there. Hitting formation by using the shards, they... Huh? Definitely cannot. Hitting this formation by using the shards, they release to that better key. I have absolutely no clue how this works. But I suppose I need to... Okay, that's 2. Oh, okay. So that's all it is. First I need to activate these and then I can hit them. Or not. Oh! Okay, so I need to basically hit it from the right side. Okay. I'm dumb. I guess I really am dumb. Well, anyway, that's one of many. But at least I figured out the mechanic, eventually. Well, he undid the bindings on the better key so easily. Guess we're right to put our faith in you two. Now, I'm quite sure we just damaged public property. And Mummy has already sent the damage report ahead of us, so technically the better keys were destroyed before we arrived, not after. Very cunning. Very cunning indeed. It's not us. We weren't even here when it happened. I have no idea what happened. Well, that leaves 4 more that we need to handle, and yes, I've drawn a basic diagram to show where 3 of the 4 are. I hope you'll find useful. As for the last one, honestly, I'm not very sure where that is anymore. After the miners were dismissed, there was a separate incident in that mine, causing the cylinder to be submerged under the waters. In any case, just settle the other 3 sites. We'll meet up after and think about what to do next. You're not coming along? Not this time. I was originally assigned to guard the warehouse, but thanks to my slip-up, I nearly let the treasure hoarders in there. Honestly, I'm already adept at reporting my error. Things could be bad if Mumming catches me and puts me on the trail of some errands again, so I'll just stand guard as I should. For now. Still, I believe that this riddle will be no match for the 2 of you at all. Well, I hope so. Now, let me check if she actually did go in front of the warehouse as she should. Yep, good. She's back to work. Now then, they are marked on the map, but there's also... They can also follow the lines. I have looked around a bit, but I don't see any that are nearby. So, let's see. I'd say I'll probably go clockwise. So starting from that one. Just go around the area clockwise, activate some waypoints on the way. That one. Also need to find the bedrock keys. and destroy them before anybody comes around and notices that they in fact are not destroyed. And that the report was complete and utter garbage. Okay, there it is. And are you a miner or a treasure hoarder? Hoarder! Don't attack the baby! Burial function will function. Yeah, you better explain. Aren't you guys a bunch of treasure hoarders? Just turn yourselves in. There's nothing to explain around here. Wait. Militant Squad Leader Yambo from the Chasm District at your service. Whoa. What are you doing here? Well, Cinnamon and Flying Companion. Yeah, it's got pie money, mister. Yeah, I apologize. I'm very sorry. But I think there's been a small misunderstanding here. So, wait, you're Militant, not treasure hoarders? Why did you attack us? I apologize for lack of explanations of that. We thought that you were saboteurs yourself. Well, from a certain point of view... well, and you're not wrong to say that this area was indeed one of the treasure hoarders' lairs. After the workers were dismissed, those weasels wormed their way in here. At first, they were just mining, smuggling some glazed sand crystal, and playing hide and seek with our patrols. But they would grow bolder as time went on, and breaking into the occupying the warehouse that the miners left behind. They would use the tools here to make their own cheap little trinkets to sell. Breaks my heart every time. So what is it breaks your heart? Such rough-hewn trinkets can only be used to cheat first-time visitors to Liyue and some ivory tower scholars. And I'll bet that they'll try to get them on the market using low prices too. Perhaps even try to undermining some legitimate brands. It's not like they have got any brand power themselves, right? That's true. I suppose it's a joke in poor taste to think that they would make good more of it. That's why we came here and took care of the treasure hoarders who originally held this position, before disguising ourselves as them and lying in wait. Well, that was a while back now. We managed to ascertain thus far that one of their leaders is in contact with a branch of the Fatui, and that they may be preparing a transaction involving dangerous items. Fatui again. Wherever you go, there's always Fatui. And they're almost always up to no good. Except conveniently in Fontaine. Their things were resolved with Fatui rather diplomatically. Which was strange. Pretty strange. But yeah. About the contract between the Fatui and the treasure hoarders. Although we followed the Fatui Plus before, they maintain some strength out here in the wilds. Their professionalism and combat prowess are not to be underestimated. Indeed, we consider them opponents of the utmost peril. If they were to team up with the treasure hoarders to go against us, it could pose a very tricky security risk indeed. Whatever the case, we were fully prepared for an all-out assault. We just need to catch them all in one fell swoop, and then we'd have known what they were up to. And that's when we arrived. Oh, I mean, we knew that you were good, but we didn't think you were this good. You've pretty much incapacitated about half the people under my command. Of course, we were here for another reason. This is where one of the bedrock keys that holds the 7-star array is located. We couldn't allow that to fall into the treasure hoarder's hands. Oh yeah, looks like we really beat up the wrong people this time. Well, yes, but as I said, the fault was ours first. Wow, this guy's pretty easy going, huh? Does this mean we can leave? So just because I don't blame you doesn't mean that the US laws won't. Sorry about that. Finish the sentence next time, will you? Let me see. Battery, assault, obstruct the Millilith. Their duty is to destroy the 7-star array and, damaging premises. Even with the Millilith considerations, congratulations! You will be offered food and board in the Liyue for an extra 5 to 10 years. Lovely. You know, I could have hit you a lot harder. I just came out of prison. Huh. We were just betting another annoying looking people around after all. They will bury the treasure hoarder's uniforms. Come on! But, please let me finish. However, if law-abiding citizens or outlander guests might use legal means to assist the Millilith in their duties, they can gain the rewards and compensation due to them. This, too, is the law of this land. So don't worry, the fight previously was not utterly in vain. Okay, so what do we gain from helping you? Well, stolen goods shouldn't be so casually moved, but if you're willing to aid us, any items that you may coincidentally find along the way, for example, a treasure hoarder's secret stash or something, is yours to do with as you please. We also have some more on us, which I hope won't mind having. It's not a lot, but we weren't counting on needing outside help like this either. Good, no J time. Problem, I haven't... Hey! Like, Black by the nose with treasure, that one. Was that a side quest? Or something? Oh well. My job here is very simple. Side quest on a side quest.
どうやら僕は長く世間から離れすぎていたようですね。至る所に宝箱が置いてありますが、これはいつからの流行りなんですか？
There should be another one over there. Though might actually have a chance of hitting. No, break faster! Faster! Oh! Oh, come on. I just hope I have time. No, I don't. The little star thingy disappeared. You're kidding me. I hate timers. I really don't like timers. Oh, at least there's another one over here. But this one doesn't need a timer. Oh well. Now I need to get on the left. Hit that one just in time. Let's orientate myself to the perfect position. Nope, I did not hit that. Did that hit it? No. Oh, right, there's a third one. There is a third one. Let's see. Now then, quickly before... Oh, there's another one nearby. Wasn't exactly necessary to go through all that trouble. But anyway, I need to position myself in a way that I can hit in that direction. Yep, that's one. About this direction. That's 2 hits. And then the one indoors. That should do it. That plus 1 out of 3. There should also be a teleporter in here somewhere. Where's the chest though? There it is. Alright. Now the next goal is over there. The distance to the teleporter is about the same. It's not that big of a deal. So one point of note. Is of course the big guy, that big guy. But I've fought enough of them, they're not really that much of a challenge anymore. I'm more worried about the one that's not standing up yet. Whoa, that damn was hit hard. The little guy is going to be fairly easy. Almost done. But the big guy...
末の嘆き
Yep, there's one.
ほら目を閉して暗闇は怖いですか
Almost done. Just keep
暗闇
whacking.
は怖いですか
Keep whacking, please.
見えないだろ試練満員だよ下がって近寄らないで
Right, let's put the fire.
お静か
And
に
then... There. Oh. Having to fight more than one of those at once is definitely a challenge.
Hmm. 悪くないコレクションですね
Definitely costumes and food as well. Now let's my next go over in the tunnel or out of the tunnel. Not that it matters.
Yeah.
It's I don't see it. It should be nearby. Over here. Oh, there it is. Oh, there's Haley Charles. Oh well, it's just Haley Charles. They're not that tough. In fact, there's so much in the category of not that tough that I can actually clear this while fighting them, probably. Oh. Oops, can't just have you hitting me, can I?
物語は始まったばかりだよ
ほら夢なき眠りへようこそ
There's one more villager somewhere. Over there. I'll just snipe them away.
Yeah.
Which one hits harder? Ah, that villager is not having a good time. This will probably not reach. As I thought. Almost done. Oh. There. Now, peace and quiet. Now that sniper duel was completely unnecessary. But I thought it was. This was pretty straightforward, thankfully. Oh! What was there a hole? Someone needs to get the mines checked. There's actually a hole here a person can fall through. It's gonna be very tricky not to fall through that hole. I'm whacking at stuff. Ah! Yeah. That crystal is gonna be annoying. Okay, that's that, and that's that. So that would be 2. And there should actually also be the waypoint marker up there. It's way up there. Guess I'm gonna have to be fighting a little more pillager trolls. Hello. Let's just fight them all. No, wrong character. It's supposed to be you. Just a second more.
お静かに目を死の底へ
Who cares about your shield when I've got reaction? Though I am going to suffer if I go up at a difficulty level at all.
悪くないコレクションですね。
My current fighting style is just too much of it's too aggressive. Now, how do I get up there? Falling down was not fun. Wait, my goal was over there, I think. Then I think I can actually do this. Other side. But climb. Everyone in the audience is currently being frustrated at me using these weird routes, going weird ways. Now where is that marker? There it is. Found it. Wasn't exactly easy to find, that one. Alright, next rock. He is in that direction. I'll just teleport the statue so that I'm a little closer. Top up my HP and carry on to the next destination, which is over there. Pretty far, but not too far to glide. Though I do have a feeling that might be underground. Guess I don't see anything. But I have a feeling I'm on the wrong elevation. Now how do I get to the correct elevation? Is there a mine shaft in here or something? Or maybe a convenient cliff. Oh, why's the ground shaking?
旅の役に立つかもしれませんよ。僕は
What did I
いりま
do?
せんので、どうぞ。
Okay, take note, there's a relic from the Battle of the Slappers Because of us as such, please stick by the very safety guideline, not make any ruckus around the forcibly move it. Oops. Sorry. Oh, that is a big block of core lapis. Now then, can I get to the correct elevation from here? Okay, there's something that looks like a cave. It goes the approximately correct direction. So I guess I better take a look. Whoa. Okay, there's one of the keys, and there is a... there is a lizard. And I'm not in the mood for finding the lizard. Not at the moment. Alright, so but I cannot see any... There it is. I just hope I can do this without disturbing the lizard.
Yeah.
Okay, I think this is the correct elevation already. Okay, next one looks to be... This looks to be very straightforward. Okay, I'm stuck! You know, geoslimes is a very convenient abuse of that when I'm stuck. But then again, since one has the enemies waited for a better opportunity. Alright, where's the next one? Sulfur. Down there. Yeah, Healy Trail is probably in a better location. Oh, I already picked up. And that's 3. So now I just need to find the last one, the location to which has been lost. Let's just follow us, Healy. Since we're down here anyway. Whoa! Hey! Or I was planning on following the Silly, but now I've lost it. Okay, there you are. I'll have to find my way out. Well, free lunar charge. Hey, get in the water. I wanted to try something silly like chaining move left with it. So that would be stupid. That would be absolutely stupid. I mean, the newbie is not a support. Oh, what's over there? Whoa! Why did it blow up in my face? Okay. Anyways, Now, where is that guard? Where is that useless security guard? The slacker. Alright, I've crushed 4, but the last one is still somewhere. And excuse me, I will not be reading this, so my voice is starting to hurt. So what happened? Why are we quiet? But yeah, I felt it. Well, Paimon, you fly, so of course you didn't feel anything. Paimon, how are you having trouble standing? You don't stand at all. No, wait, climb the last one, which is approximately in these coordinates. Somewhere in that approximate direction, but different elevation. Well, so many treasure gems being collected today. Too bad I don't have a Geo character on my team. I really use one. I'm still at the wrong elevation. I think that's the right elevation. That's somewhere around here. I wonder if I can blow them up remotely. Yeah. Yep, I can. So, Tinari, you're ahead. You're gonna have it. Why is it called the surface when it's underground? Deceptive naming practices. Should be somewhere around here. Okay, there's one of those things. And there's that. Yeah, surface of the underground. Yeah, obviously. Silly me. Silly me for not figuring it out. Okay, that's one. Try not to get crushed. What? What monster? Where? Whoa! Please just so crash I can't even see what I'm doing. All I know is there's a monster somewhere that's trying to eat my face.
暗闇は怖いですかほらさ死の底へさ目を閉じて下がっていや影燃やし尽くす
お静かに。
下がって。さっと。
Alright, did not eat my face successfully. Good. Now back to whacking some rocks. Because there's no way they could have let us get this done peacefully. And that was the last keys. Now the entrance is open to the underground where we have actually been already. But now we officially open it. Hehe. So are we gonna get scolded? How am I going to explain destroying the bedrock keys? Let's see. Well, let's just say that from a aesthetic point of view, this place looks better without them. Oh, thank you very much for welcoming me to the Chasm Exploration team. Well, I'm assuming since he's a bard, he's here after a good story. Or at least a story. Yep, and with that, seal is broken. Now, is it still... Yep. Basically, I need to complete that one completely, not just partially. That was just the part 1 of the Chasm Explorers, apparently. Next is Chasm Spelunkers. When we go down and explore, but I think that's enough chipping away at that. I think we've done a good job. There's still 10 minutes on the stream, but there isn't really much to do. So I think I will call it a day for Genshin for now. So I will actually after this do a bit of a test to see if whatever it is I've been doing with my computer has actually helped with my computer issues. Which means booting up Star Rail. Now, thankfully with the setup, if there is going to be a crash, the crash should be imminent. So I should see, like, the moment I log into the game, I should crash. Now, this is just me testing things out. The stream will be over once I'm done with it, whether I crash or whether I don't crash. So, the moment the stream ends, it's not coming back online. No, regardless of how it happens. So, take the crash as my formal closure of this stream. Now, next week, on Genshin, we are actually going to have a bit of a special program because it is a very... Because if you're prone to magical thinking, it's gonna be a very scary day. So I was thinking of going back to Inazuma and doing part 2 of a certain quest that I started on Halloween. So I look forward to it. But now I'm gonna have to prepare Monday and see if anything actually works out. So I will log out of Genshin, close the game, then I will boot up Star Rail, see if I can walk around it, and if I can, I'll close the game. You may already leave. In fact, that was it for next week. Bye bye. Have a good weekend, and I will be going into testing mode. Now, you are free, of course, to stay and observe, but I've already said my goodbye. Just in case the stream actually does crash, because it's again, if it crashes, it's not gonna back online today. See, I will be bye bye. See you on Monday, and was glad to have you here. But now to see if I've managed to resolve my issues. If I haven't, I'm gonna have to come up with something by Monday. But at least I will know that I need to come up with something. Yeah, hopefully the issues have been resolved. Now then. Let's see. If it'll work or it'll crash. Thankfully, we should know immediately. Okay, we are in. We are running. We are running laps. We did not crash at 5 seconds. My avatar is still moving. The world hasn't been destroyed by a nuke. Aha is not having a field day with me. Did I actually fix it? Can I breathe out a sigh of relief? Can I be relieved? Is it okay for me to feel relieved? Let's go to a bit more crowded area, like Central Starscape Heaven. That's a bit more crowded. There is a lot more going on there. Now, unfortunately, I don't have Euphorius unlocked in this account, so I can't exactly go to my usual. Oh, right, Penacony. Of course. Penacony. We are at the golden hour. We are running in the golden hour. We are causing property damage in the golden hour. We're not gonna get hit by car by the golden hour. But we're moving. We're moving! And the game's not crashing! The game's not crashing! The game's not crashing! Now final test, I'm gonna have to go and pick a fight with something. Let's see, there should be... Well, anywhere's fine. I'll just go whack a random enemy. TVs, I hate you guys. But you're gonna have to do.
この曲はあんたにもっと代価を払ってもらう。我に力を。盛り上がって乗ってる？手の施しようがないわね。反抗、陽動、霊落。我々はとうに嵐に踏み入った。守るべき者のために打ち崩せ。おやすみ。
槍先に火を、炎の槍を断ち切れ。
That's so good. And the graphics are actually set to high, so if it was going to lag, it would lag now. Now when we go to Artorias, I will set them to medium. Because that area is absolute chaos otherwise. While streaming. But this is very promising.
槍先に火を炎の槍を断ち切れ
This is very promising. After all the last times I've tried to play started with this setup, the game has crashed, and by crashed I mean imminently crashed. I'll log in. Right now, things are looking good.
こっからが本番だよ。もっと手の施しようがないわね。
チャンスだ。
Over here.
我に力を。はいになれ。己を解き放つ反抗、陽動、霊落。
That's it. Good. Good. This is great. I'm so happy right now. I guess it worked. I guess absolutely nuking the drivers and reinstalling everything from scratch worked. Hey, that was certainly something. Okay, that was good. That was great. We're back in action. Let's get to the safe zone. Oh, that was definitely a diagnostic adventure and a half. But yeah, that was. See you on Monday, and hopefully my problems have been resolved for good. I'm so happy right now. Insanely happy. That was. Hopefully this will continue on Monday. Oh yeah. That's a good sign at least. Oh wait, but yeah. Thank you for your time. Thanks for sticking up with me until the end of the stream and for the duration of this diagnostic session. Let's hope that this continues next week so that I don't have many major issues on Monday. And see you in the next stream. Bye bye.